for letting me come on.
You're welcome. I wanted to wait until someone left before I sent the link to Warped Angel, because I feel like every person I add, it makes the volume. It might have just been her link or something.
It's just her. Yeah, it's her. It's her because she's got, she's on the phone.
Okay,
so.
but I sent one Warped Angel a link because she has to come in. And there she's ringing the doorbell.
Ding dong.
Ding dong, the witch is dead, the witch is dead. Is that a song? Or did I just make that up? Hey, Cece.
Hey, everyone.
Hi.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. It's been a great day in North Carolina.
It sure has. Hey, Joey.
How's it going? How are you?
I'm good. Hey, Manya. Is she here still?
Yeah, she's muted.
Yep,
she's
yep.
hooking up a
Oh, that's right.
She's making all kinds of noises.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty exciting that you got that back today.
Hello. Sorry, I'm a little busy multitasking. Sorry.
That's all right. I just wanted to say hi to you, Manya.
Hey.
I'm going to send Joey a screenshot that someone made for me. I wish I looked like this all the time. This is what I think I looked like 10 years ago. But when people use my picture to make the, what are they called? The Reface app.
Mm-hmm.
It makes me look so great. Like I want to use, that's what I want to be. I'm gonna use the Reface app to do my family portraits from now on.
There is 131 in the chat.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, we see that, y'all.
Wow. And y'all, I wish there had been 131 in the chat when we played that video in the beginning.
We can always play it again.
Oh, do y'all want to hear it again while there's 131 here? Do y'all want to hear it again? We can play it. Y'all will love it. It was so good. It's my video that she copied.
Yeah, I don't mind listening to it again.
Let's listen, Joey. Let's listen. That makes me
came off you real fast.
I've watched it like 4 times today, and I'll probably watch it again. I've never watched it in regular speed. Keno missed it. A bunch of people here missed it. So if you object to listen to it again while he's setting it up, then say 1. Just throw me a 1 if you don't want to hear it again, but I really, really want to hear it again. Because there's a lot of people here that need to hear it, in my opinion. See, the new people are saying yes, please. And we don't have to be muted this time, like, if we don't have to be.
I like that style, too. I don't know if you saw my comment. That's kind of, oh my gosh. It can get really, like, feisty doing those. I just call them reactions, but,
I know it's cheap as hell the way I did it. I knew I could post videos onto YouTube.
Yeah.
So I bought an iPhone, or I happened to get an iPhone, and I started, when I found out it had screen recording, naturally on the iPhone, it comes with it. I started screen recording, and then I found out it had the mic. You could screen record with the mic, and I was like, this is life. # I'm dead. Don't you start
those videos are the best, though. They really are, and they can be short. I'm noticing that sometimes shorter is better.
Oh, yeah.
But I do that, too. I'm like, they hit pause, and I hit pause.
Oh, yeah, this one was a super long one. Usually I didn't do many long ones. This one, I just went the whole damn video.
Yeah, nothing's wrong with that.
That's why she struck it. She said it was from... He's gonna try to run me tonight. He's just like, row. He hears his brother outside barking. If I let him in the house, they'll be fighting, and then I'll get bruised again, trying to break them down. Or Joey, are you queuing up that video? I think I'm gonna let the other one in so they'll quit barking. Joey.
Yeah, I'm sorry. What?
Are you getting the video up again?
Which one?
The one we started. Blue Van, mute, baby. The one that we started with tonight. They want to hear it again.
Yeah. Now you know that you can mute the people and they could just come back in later, right?
No, I didn't know that. But if I can tell them to mute themselves while they're making noise, then I don't have to be rude to
Right.
them.
That's not being rude. You're just running the meeting. That's what you're doing.
But if I mute them, what does it do? They can't talk.
What they can when they come back they can just unmute themselves. You don't have to unmute them.
Oh, okay.
They can just.
So they want to hear the video again that we played in the beginning. My video, but at the same speed that we played it earlier. It'll take like 10 minutes, and I'm gonna go get that dog. I'll be right back.
I'm gonna
I was
go abuse
feeding my
animals.
dog.
Did you feel that?
Janica
What's that?
said what we missed.
I'm just fucking around. Being stupid.
This little Red's fault. I was making all that noise because she talked about her dogs coming in and then fighting, and I thought, oh God, I better feed my dog. So I was
I'm
a dog
actually
food.
live on my channel. Things should be pissed. I figured out how to stream whole stream.
Wait, how do I turn my camera? This is what he does when I.
What the heck is
Look me
on
up on
screen?
YouTube. I'm streaming. Oh,
Hey, girl. Hey.
cool.
That looks like my friend's back porch you're on. Like she's got the same look. Is that your kitchen nook behind you?
Oh yeah.
That's you live in the house.
Showing they were talking about dogs, so I'm like, mine's like right here by my feet. So as soon as I get ready to get up, usually he's right here. I'm like stepping on his tip. Yeah, you want to move? I'm sorry.
If my dogs start fighting
He's always
again
right
while
by
I'm
my
live streaming, I'm gonna let them kill each other because
And usually if he hears dogs bark, he'll start barking.
I'm still bruised from the last time I tried to get them. They were fighting during my live stream. Okay. Tell me when you're ready and I'll say those magic words.
Well, you want to remember how to pin
My pup's name is
the one with the gray screen?
My pup's name is Cash, double mint. His name's Cash.
Oh, okay. I thought you had a bigger dog than that. At least a shepherd. Damn.
His name's
It's a
Cash
pug?
Money, and he's expensive because he's costing me a lot of cash money.
What's your other dog's name?
My other dog's name is Wyatt, like Wyatt Earp.
Okay.
Okay, Red. Where it says 7, remember, click the pin, the one with the gray screen on it.
I just did. There's a delay.
Okay. Yeah, I'm looking at the live, so I didn't know.
And let's listen whenever you get ready.
Hey y'all, this is Little Red. This is another video of Katie Joy trying to
It's a little low.
Shh, you gotta mute.
the Stoffers.
Turn it
I
up.
can't imagine why, other than maybe she wants
Everyone else mute.
thousands and thousands and thousands of subs, and she wants no competition. Let's listen.
Katie from Without a Crystal Ball. Welcome to my channel. Okay, so it's time to do a update that I wasn't really expecting to do. We have been covering the story of Micah and James Stoffer, and yes, I have heard your insight and your opinions loud and clear that James Stoffer does deserve to be a part of these stories as much as Micah, 100%. What I wanted to talk about today was not something necessarily a part of the story, but something that Micah is doing behind the scenes that has a lot of commentary channels kind of upset. So here's what's going
It has a lot of Katie Joy kind of upset.
on. When you have a commentary channel, you have the ability to pull clips from another channel under what's called fair use. If you are to use another creator's content, you need to do transformative content. It can be for news, it can be adding education, it can be adding insight, it can be even to criticize. Under
This is to criticize. So thanks, Katie, for the info.
fair use, a creator like me is able to show short clips of a copyrighted material in order to tell a story. Typically, as long as you are not showing a large portion of the video or the document or the article in which you are referencing, you can typically use the work without permission.
I was told I could use as much as I want as long as I add commentary. So we'll see what happens.
From the copyright owner. Under fair use, you can do and share clips. Unfortunately, there are some creators that really have this thing about not allowing you to share anything. In fact, I did a video about Jeffree Star, and I had like 30 seconds tops of a video in which he uploaded onto his channel, even though my video was 15
Brandon,
minutes.
don't
Jeffree
put your
blocked
number.
my
Hold
entire
on for a
video.
second.
Some creators take their leverage of their channel size and use it in their favor and are able to get copyright claims on individuals' videos, meaning not striking
circumstances, including in criminal cases.
I won't be
sorry
making any income on my little 15 subscriber channel, but I'm sure you will try to strike it.
can either claim the video and say, it's okay if you use my content, but I want the money. Now, here's the part that's tricky. She is claiming videos that apparently have tiny fractions of her videos and that are part of a minute portion of a video. So a creator, for instance, a woman named Kat, shared on Twitter that she wanted to upload a video criticizing and being critical of Micah, but unfortunately could not because Micah had claimed her video. Kat Black wrote, now Kat Black is a YouTube creator. She does commentary and criticism on a lot of different trending topics. She has about 211,000 subscribers and a very healthy fan base.
And that makes you insanely jealous, and she will be the next one that you may be trying to cancel, right?
Obviously, her Twitter account has over 65,000 followers, and you can see that this video has 12,000 likes, 2,700 retweets, and 158 comments. And on June 5th, she wrote, I just wanted to share that Micah Stauffer filed a copyright claim on my video about her rehoming her child and is making money on my video criticizing her. And it shows on the claim that that Micah has taken the money from it, and it says this is not eligible for monetization because she has a clip of about 32 seconds in her video that is from Micah and James's video, an update on our family. A 30-second.
She should have had a commentary, right?
Second clip of her video. She should take all the income from Kat, who is using this to criticize and also provide commentary about the story. Kat continued and said, that being said, it's not something that happens automatically in the same way you uploading a song that's copywritten would. She had to go to her MCN and ask them to file this claim. So either way, I believe this is an attempt to silence criticism. In a way, I don't blame her. This does not make her look good at all.
KJ tries to silence criticism by blocking everyone that asks her a question.
At the same time, I don't think you get to parade your child around like that and get rid of him without any widespread criticism.
KJ gets rid of her kid to 7 hours a week's worth of nursing. That's 10 hours a day. Let me just stop. Let's listen.
Someone who follows Kat responded by saying, is Micah Stauffer going to copyright claim the hundreds of other videos made about her? Then today, another creator who does a lot of commentary and education about different sorts of mental health situations for people. She did this about narcissism in relation to Micah. She says that Micah Stauffer Chronicles continue, great watch. The fact that she copyright claimed a video about her being a narcissist. Unfortunately, per the uploader, she only got about 35 pounds. Even this should be credited to in a trust for Huxley. Then people started getting irritated.
KJ is the biggest narcissist ever. Refer to my last video upload. It was actually a cult, and the characteristic traits of a cult, but very much narcissistic. Same thing.
Right? So you've got Kat's channel, you've got this other woman's channel, and then Alejandro, the OK, says, why are you copyright claiming everyone who criticizes you? You took money from someone who was in the foster system just because she criticized you. This shows you don't care about people, only yourself. You know, it's interesting because the video in which Kat did was, I haven't watched it, but why is she picking just...
Does her shirt say Mom Life? Shouldn't the nurses be wearing that shirt?
Specific creators. This is two that I found. Let me just show you what the individual said from Living Abuse Free.
Continue from where we left off. Micah Stauffer has made a copyright claim on my last video, which means that she's earning any money from advertising that video makes. She's not going to make much money anyway. The video only made about £35 when it had about 200,000 views.
So this channel is not a large channel by any means. It is called Live ABUSE Free with 36,000 subscribers. She claims to be an individual with extensive research and understanding about various mental health disorders and has been analyzing the behavior of Micah based on the framework of how she understands and has studied these types of disorders. She claims that Micah is a narcissist, as does Dr. Todd Grande. Obviously, neither one of them are treating Micah, so therefore we have to take these things with a grain of salt. But there's a trend here, right? So she provided transformative content and educational content about her analyzing things that Mike was saying in various clips. She pieced together and strung together a lot of different videos that had examples of what she felt were traits of narcissism. Even though her video was minutes and minutes and minutes long and her clips of Micah were relatively short, Micah claimed it. She even pointed out that because of the way it was titled and the tags in which she was used for this video, it was considered limited in its ads. So it wasn't running on normal ads because it wasn't deemed advertiser friendly. So even though it had 200,000 views.
Someone said that Micah needs help. This is a KJ sub. Why does Micah need help? Why doesn't KJ, who is tweeting 64 times in a one-day period about Shane Dawson, trying to get him canceled, trying to get Micah canceled, trying to get James canceled, and anyone else who has more subs than her, why is she not the problem?
She says she only made about 35 pounds, which is now going to Micah. Now
it's all about the money, and KJ wants everyone's money.
You can actually appeal these when you get a claim, or you can remove the copyrighted content from your video. But it is an interesting move because There are dozens and dozens and dozens of creators that have used clips of Micah, including myself, where we're using tiny clips of things that she's said in order to piece together stories that show you and highlight things that we observe and why we believe whatever it is that we are sharing.
It is not we, Katie. It is you.
I did a video where we talked about, did Micah know about Huxley before she adopted him? And I showed you multiple clips of videos in which she discussed all the things that she knew about him before the adoption, including all of his medical conditions. She had doctors that told her not to adopt him. She discussed a lot. I mean, we showed you so many different videos, which basically proved that she knew what she was getting into. She sought this child out. She wanted to adopt him specifically for his needs and claimed that because she was a nurse, she had the skills and techniques and expertise to manage his care, even though we've now interviewed a lot of people that she's worked with that say she was a terrible nurse, according to them. But why is she going after certain creators and not others? Kat made the interesting claim.
She may be going after you because you're a big ass bully and all you do is cancel culture. And maybe she had good intentions. You have no idea. You just want to steal her subs. But you don't know what happened when she had that baby and what happened to Huxley. And maybe his condition got worse and worse. And at least she did do what was right and say, I can't handle it. Instead of keeping her mouth shut, raising that kid, and being a terrible mother to him. Like you are, in my opinion.
Claim that she is in a multi-channel network. Not all creators actually use multi-channel networks. I'm an independent YouTuber. I'm not part of a multi-channel network. So multi-channel networks can absolutely claim videos. That's how a lot of these larger lot of these larger platforms can get copyright claim IDs. But so can smaller, like non-MCN YouTubers. Not every YouTuber is part of an MCN. MCNs are notoriously not the greatest in terms of being able to help and you profit share your income. Some creators prefer to go independent so that they can control the amount of money and the revenue that they make and the brand deals that they accept. So we don't know if she's necessarily a part of an MCN, but Kat says that her MCN would have had to make the claim. And the woman from that channel says that she claimed her video. Now, these are the only two that I have been able to find. I did a quick dive on Twitter of...
You've never done a quick drive on Twitter about anything. You posted 64 tweets about Shane Dawson yesterday, and he was not the only person you posted about. You are a stalker.
Micah Stauffer copyright, but a lot of people were upset, being that she's already made so much money on these videos, right? About
you. You are the only one upset because you're jealous of anyone that makes any money on YouTube besides yourself.
Huxley, she made millions, and then if somebody wants to critique her, which is the right of the channel, she will not allow it, but she's bypassing fair use.
You do not allow people to critique you. They get hashtag blocked by Katie Joy.
So what is fair use? Fair use is a stipulation within the Copyright Act, and it says fair use is a legal doctrine that promotes freedom of expression by permitting the unlicensed use of copyright-protected works in certain circumstances. Section 107 of the Act provides the statutory framework for determining whether something is fair use and identifies certain types of uses, such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research, as examples of activities that may qualify as fair use. Section 107 calls for considerations of the following 4 factors evaluating a question of fair use. And then it goes through different stipulations of it, like the amount of the content of the video that they use, the nature of the work in which they use, the purpose of using this content. In this case, could have been the type.
My purpose is to show your persistent pattern of problematic behavior. And I want everyone to see on YouTube that does not have Twitter what a horrible person you are.
Could it have been that she didn't like what she was seeing in Kat's video? She didn't like what she saw from the other channel that called her the narcissist? Or is it that she didn't believe that the criticism was valid? To date, I have not received any sort of copyright claims from her, and I've tried to be as objective as possible in covering her, as well as minimizing the amount of videos of hers I've been using. Obviously, it's a delicate balance on YouTube because some creators will abuse the copyright claims and strike policies.
Like KJ.
Now, all of us.
Like KJ abused the copyright laws when she struck Steve's video of her apology. Do y'all remember that? If not, hit me up on Twitter. I can share that link.
Us kind of toe the line when we decide to use somebody else's work, even if it's a tiny fraction, because anyone at any time can claim it. The problem with YouTube is it almost always will go to the person making the claim, regardless of whether or not it has any substance. One thing these people could do is they could do a counterclaim.
Someone just commented, I just have an incredibly strong gut feeling that she was faking all his illnesses. You're a dumbass.
Essentially, on YouTube, you got it wrong. This is actually fair use. The problem with copyright claims, though, is the claim doesn't care. You can't really do a YouTube, you got it wrong. The claim just says, you don't get monetized because you're ineligible and Micah's going to get paid. Something has to give here. Micah seems to be a little bit greedy here, and people are noticing she still has videos on her channel that include Huxley, even though they are minimal. Her entire
Why is that any of your freaking business, KJ?
channel, The Stopper Life, is gone. And then James, The Stopper Garage, hasn't uploaded in over a week, but he promises that he will upload content coming this weekend, which has a lot of people outraged. Stopper Garage has over 938,000 subscribers.
And you want to take them from him.
And it averages humongous views for his detailing work. If the car detailing world isn't paying attention to what's going on with James and Micah, that channel could theoretically do well if he turns comments off, if he still has sponsorships. So it seems as though their direction is, we're going to go with Stopper Garage. We're just going to abandon Micah's channel. We're going to get rid of the Stopper Life. We're going to focus on car detailing. And Micah has started a new channel called Cash Crush, where she's going to teach you how to make a lot of money on YouTube. Oh, the irony. She even has videos on that channel where she talks about how well she has studied the algorithm and how well she knows how to do thumbnails in order to get views.
Maybe you should take some notes, Katie.
It makes you wonder how much they studied the algorithm and other YouTubers when they decided to adopt Huxley. All right, you guys, I would love to know from you. Do you think she has the right to do a claim with a video that's using fair use?
Listen to this. As long as your opinion is not opposing Katie Joy's, she would love to hear it.
Transformative content and either criticizing or providing commentary or even educating on a topic? Or do you think she's abusing the system and penalizing creators that are speaking out against her?
I think you, Katie Joy, are abusing the system against people who are speaking out against you.
Tell me what your thoughts are in the comments below. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys. Hey, EBJJ Comic Nuts up in the house.
I sent him a link.
No, he's here. I accepted his link.
Oh,
What up, people?
What up? Did you watch my video?
Yeah, not the whole thing, but I came down right when you saw the other name that
earlier though, and I told you to listen to it on double time.
No, I couldn't. I had to help my son with some math work, so I had to focus because I hate math.
I hate math.
I'll rewatch it. I'll watch the beginning part that I missed tonight when I'm laying down. But it's really good. I like it.
I can't believe she struck this video of all the video. Well, it was only my second video I'd ever made. I had 15 subs. I had never.
Hey y'all, this is Red.
I had never been live, so I can't believe she waited until I started going live and talking about her to strike it. So I had like 100 subs maybe when she struck it. I'm not sure of the date or how many subs, but I'm kind of shocked that this is the video she picked, where she's whining about getting false strikes, and she false striked me, trying to get my personal information. That's the only reason.
So this win. This copyright win, this DMCA win that you just did right now goes so in line with the video that I put up about copyright law. It goes to show that even if you're a smaller YouTube channel and you do fight it, you're going to win because like I said, the law doesn't stipulate how long.
She could have sued me, but she didn't because she knew she'd lose.
She would have lost. She would have lost. And then you would have turned around and sued her for all of the time that you had to be putting into going to court, for the court fees, for legal fees, and you're suffering. So it wasn't a win situation for us, or obviously she wouldn't have done that.
And had it not, look, this is what happened. I told Steve I got struck. He said, you got to fight it. I said, I'm not fighting it. I can't afford to get a lawsuit. I can afford a lawsuit, but I don't want to be in debt because of a lawsuit. He said, you've got to fight it. If you don't fight it, her and him are going to strike every video you do from now on because you're a P. They're going to think you're scared.
Yep.
So
yeah, he's right.
So then without any crystal balls, shared, and she shared it again. I retweeted it today. There's this lawyer, this DCMA lawyer that will do it for $2. You can do it yourself, or $49. He'll do it for you. And I did the $49 one. Because I don't have that much confidence in myself.
You should share his or her link.
I did today
on Twitter.
I did
because
what do you get for the $2?
He's got a whole video.
Use his name?
No, for the whole. I'll tell you for the $2, you get to
use his name, address, phone number, all of his
That's
info.
what I was asking.
Oh, that is awesome.
But I actually effed up the first time that I did the counter, and thank God it didn't get approved. I actually did a counter by myself, and she would have gotten my information, but YouTube denied it and said your counter was denied because of what I typed in my reason.
Okay.
So I hired the lawyer. Instead of just using his information, I let him do all of it.
Yeah.
Paid $49, bam. And then they wouldn't accept the fax. Like, we were faxing them, we were emailing them. YouTube's got a lot of issues since this virus. So I let him have my YouTube account and actually type it in and do it from my YouTube like I did it. And they accepted it that day. And then I should have got my email on Tuesday at the latest, this past Tuesday. So this morning, and I've been looking for emails from YouTube in my account because they have my email. When I had an email from him, I thought for sure it was a subpoena or some kind of court summons, but it wasn't. I opened it and it said, "Yay," in all caps. And I was like, yes. For once, she doesn't get to get one over on someone. For once.
That's good. Like, you know, I'm so happy that that you won, because it just validates my standpoint as well. You know what I mean?
Hey,
that
Singapore.
if you know, if somebody pushes you, and you just do the slightest pushback, you're going to win. A lot of smaller YouTubers freak out. They get scared. They run. They start running in circles with their hands up in the air, yelling like their hair's on fire, when all they have to do is download a free PDF form, fill it out, fax it, and email it, and it'll go away. Because one of the things that people don't understand is YouTube is not a court of law. They are not going to decide that. If they feel that it's an issue, they will automatically side with the person's who has the video up, because they do not want to infringe on the First Amendment. You feel what I'm saying to you? Do you understand where I'm
Yes, but
going
I have
with
a
that?
question about my chat. Drill
Shoot.
Sergeant Garage said, "Suck on that, M2S." I want to know what that's about. Is M2S in here, or
No, I think he's probably just throwing out.
Probably made another
the
video
general-
or making another video or tweeting because he lives on Twitter.
because he has actually said that everything that she does is right and everything that I do is wrong, and it was okay for her to mass flag my channel. Though
No, it's not.
No,
Me and him got into. So here's the thing with that. Me and him got into a discussion about that whole situation. In the beginning, it was on
somebody's
YouTube.
got some Luann mute. It's
Luann.
Luann. Just hit
So,
your little camera.
Me and him were having this discussion on my YouTube feed, in the comments section. And then I was like, you know what? Let's take this into DMs. And we spoke about it some more there. And I think he saw what I was coming from and where I was going, because there was a couple things that he put up, and it was just a question answer. So it's like, if you ask me a question and I answer it, that doesn't uphold in the court of law. That doesn't mean shit. It doesn't mean diddly squat. I want law. I want court cases. I want past cases. I want references. You know, and that's because that's what I presented. That's what I presented in my video. That goes in line with this win. This win is huge for more than one way. You don't understand how big this win is, Lil Red. With the validation to the smaller YouTuber when the bigger YouTuber comes at them for some bullshit. Because the law doesn't. Here's a couple things. The law doesn't define the length of video that you can use. So my lawyer says, as long as the person is using or has the same train of thought within their speaking in the video, you can keep using that and not even have to go over it. Every now and then you got to say, hey, you know what? This part right here is wrong. That part's wrong. This part's wrong. But you can keep it going just like you do. The same way you do it, it is perfectly legal. They can spend tons of money trying to sue you on just hypothetically, and they would lose their asses off because
the only thing I don't know about is it's really hard to recover attorney fees. You have to show a
great loss.
No, you have to show that it's. Look up the Aquila, the Sargon. I think I sent it to you. It's the Sargon case. You got to you got to be like, this girl wanted to bankrupt him. She put this out on Twitter. If you act like, if you don't do that, you know what I mean, advertise, and you can say that you brought this lawsuit in good faith, you're not going to get your attorney's piece back.
No, but like
I can show that they were trying to dox me, and they were saying I doxed them. They were trying to get my information, and you know what they got?
They try to say that
they got Rob Little's name, who is my Facebook name, who is not my name, and that's what she got, and my lawyer's info. And I actually was in this account commenting as Rob Little when this started, because I was trying to make sure the chat was live, and I forgot to switch accounts. So, oopsie, she didn't get my information.
So I was telling Joey last week or a couple weeks ago that I was setting up a bunch of different companies and stuff like that, and different boards and different names. So if somebody were to try to DMCA me, and they were trying to dox me, they would end up in a small village in Panama, off the island of Boca del Toro. And the owner of the company, his name is Mr. I told you, Mr. B Nuts. That's and then the board of directors, there's a whole bunch of different names. One of the ladies is Mrs. Pussywhacker. So that's all they're gonna find is these crazy ass names, and it'll end up there. And I'll get it, and I can fight them, but they're gonna have to go all the way to Panama, and they're not gonna find anybody on that plot of land.
I'm gonna take her that thing that a lawyer for $2.
That's
I
good,
don't have any content for $2 because I could fill out the form myself, but so long as the contact information I could use is
you
his.
think you can fill out the form yourself, but what I wrote I thought was good. I didn't say anything personal, and they said it was objected, but I'm glad it was, because she would have Steve convinced me to file a claim, and I did on my own, and they rejected it and would not let it go through as a counterclaim. I didn't say anything personal. I said,
right,
I have fair use. This video has fair use. They denied it, so I hired the lawyer for $49 instead of $2.
Did they give you a round?
I always suggest using the $49 option.
Of course, it's always worth more. So did they give you an actual reasoning as to the first denial?
No, not at all.
They did. Okay.
Yeah, I would take the flyer.
I did say after I said there's fair use, but she's trying to shut my channel down, and I've got 15 subs. I went a little bit personal, so maybe it was too long, because what he wrote was short, quick, and to the point.
Yeah. Just say it's not you're not a substitute for the original source. You know what I mean? People aren't coming to.
I always say use the lawyer.
Okay.
But
I think she was.
If I'd have used, if I'd have done the $2 one, I think I still would have had to use my name. But when I did with him, he said you can use a pseudonym, but if she decides to sue you, then you have to give me your real name. He doesn't even know. My lawyer doesn't even know my real name. Actually,
I hear that a lot.
Hey, you can have an AKA.
About that's how I got your name when you struck me, and guess what? Now I have your name, or just stuff like that. So
she was trying to get my info. That's period.
Yeah. That's why you need to form an LLC. $150, and you've got yourself an LLC. You can do them out of Delaware for like $100, and the company, they have to respond to the company, not you. You know what I mean? You don't even have to be in it. Most people don't know how to form companies, and they put themselves inside the company rather than as an employee of the company, and then they get stuck with all this liability. But that's a fallacy. I need to do a workshop on that for YouTubers on how to cover their tracks and how to cover their asses, because there's nothing illegal with it. It's all legitimate. Right. It's just a matter of the way you format your company, the way you put it together, the way you structure it. And every YouTuber who becomes monetized should have some sort of it's not even an LLC. They should have an S corp to umbrella themselves from any type of litigation. It's the
Yeah, I was
best
gonna
way
say
to go.
we have an LLC, but that's like for something else. So I got
No, you want to do S corp. You want to do an
Yeah.
S corp. I say LLC as in general because that's what
Yeah.
most people know. And S corp has the best tax
I think that's what I
reliefs
thought.
and it's just the best way to go as if you're going to form a company and it'll cover your ass and then you can go even deeper like I did over the last couple of weeks and open up trust funds and open this and that. And I mean, there's companies shielding this company that owns that company that owns this company. I mean, we've got companies in Canada that I probably spent maybe about $1,500 opening like 12 different companies just to cover them, just to be an asshole. That's pretty much what I was doing. That's all it really was. Because I remember what happened with Little Red. Then I put the video out, and I was like, you know what? And then this stupid dude, Uni, freaking, he was like the other day, he's like, EBJJ, he's a doxing asshole. And then, who was it? Motherfunk and somebody else was like, prove it. If you're going to talk and say that, prove it. And he retracted.
Where's
But he still
Mother
said
of
it.
Dragons at? I haven't seen her.
I don't know. I think she had a couple things. I don't know. I really don't know.
But that's a good idea.
But I know it was Mother Funk that was defending me.
Yeah, but you know,
seen
put it
her
this
either.
way, M2S gets a lot of stuff wrong. He speaks with a lot of confidence, as if he comes from a position of authority, but he doesn't know anything as far as I'm concerned. I mean, he's got some general, what you call common sense, but a lot of stuff with the law is not about common sense. It's about procedure. It's not doesn't have anything to do with
As long as you
common
follow
sense.
the procedure and you're within those bounds, more than likely, either you're going to come up with a really good battle or you're going to win. It's just that simple. And the courts will always side with the individual who's exercising their amended rights, the first, second, third, fourth, whatever it is. They usually will side with the individual that is exercising their rights, because to do so otherwise can take that case all the way to the Supreme Court, and then you're creating precedents. You know what I'm saying? And and judges don't want that. They don't want to create precedents within a state structure, within a state law, within the legislature, and all that. And then if it screws up there and you take it federally, then Jesus, then you're setting precedents for the whole country. They don't want to do that. They'd rather nip it in the butt as quick as they can. That's why there's not it's not unheard of. There's a lot of cases that do go up that high, but it's not as common as one would think.
I think Little Red was right, though. I think that she was trying to get her information, plus intimidating her, because if she would have won that, then it would have been like to the other YouTubers, look at, I've already got her struck and I won it, so you better watch out.
Yep.
Well, for a while, BX he stayed away because he was kind of worried what might happen. You probably talked him off the ledge there. And let him
I
know
will
that he's
absolutely 100% give all of the credit to Sid McRae. He said you cannot let them do this to you, because every video you make from now on, if you don't fight it, every video they were going to strike. And then,
I agree.
Now they won't. Yeah.
Then
Now they won't fight any of them.
Well, they might, but
I don't think so.
Without any crystal ball, said use this lawyer, and he's on my Twitter. If y'all are starting a channel or have a channel,
send it to me on WhatsApp later.
It's on my Twitter today. Just go there.
Okay. Yeah, but you tweet so much.
Well, plus I sent you the actual email with his email in it. I sent on WhatsApp. So yeah.
Does that sound bad?
No, you don't sound bad.
No.
I
What
hear
about
you
the
good.
chat? Because Veronica asked if I walked into a stadium. I don't know if it's
For a
because
second I heard that, but not.
Yeah, well, that. Yeah.
I wonder. It's been my whole system ever since I changed it yesterday has been acting a little weird, and I've got a lot of bugs to.
My computer
pull
came
out of it.
today.
Yay!
I don't have my desk or monitors yet, and it didn't come with the keyboard or the mouse it was supposed to
It
come
never
with.
does. Well, it usually doesn't.
No,
especially not a
it was supposed to. Mine was coming with it, was supposed to, but the review said it sucked. It was a cheap keyboard, a cheap mouse, and I've got one here. I just got to go get some monitors and a desk.
You know all the monitors that I got? When I went to the States, I actually purchased them at like the Goodwill. I went two of them I purchased at the Goodwill, and then two of them I actually was on like Facebook Market and purchased them.
Well,
And
that's
they
where
were
I've been today, but I have a question. Like my computer's an HP. Do I have? I can buy any kind, right? Like it
any
doesn't
monitor
matter.
will work. Yeah, as long as the plug is either VGA or
Because I've
HDMI or
actually
whatever.
got I've got actually a TV screen here that's
That'll
like
work too.
24 inches.
That'll work.
I use I have like a 37-inch.
Veronica says she actually likes the Echo.
I'll be right back. I'll take a break.
Says I sound like I'm in a stadium.
Okay, while we're waiting, I wanted to show this because it's just one of my general interests. I don't know if anybody knows it, follows this stuff. Does anybody follow SpaceX and what
a little bit.
Elon Musk is doing? So he had his.
Is that about that prototype that they just tested? Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Really
this is
quick.
SN6. Yep.
I'm one person away from 9,800. So if you haven't subscribed to me, run over.
So let's get 200 people. 201.
We need 200 more people. There you go.
I know.
A lot more
Come on,
ambitious than I
guys.
wanted.
Let's do this. I'm already subscribed, so yeah.
Me too.
Yeah, they're.
Ooh, that looks sweet. Looks like a building.
Yeah, that's the point. Oh, that's so beautiful. Oh my dear Lord, that's so beautiful. And that's a prototype. That's awesome.
Right. 150 meter top test.
Yeah, but see, there are many questions that pop up now. You know, the questions pop up is, if you're going to install this prototype with equipment, so how much vibration is this prototype, going through? While, the rockets are trying to lift it off, like those boosters are trying to lift it off the ground. So, together with people and equipment, I'm sure they must have taken that into account because we have rockets anyways, who transport equipment, that transport equipment and people. But it's going to be very interesting to come up with, because it's going to be a whole organization inside there if, they attempt to get something like that off the ground into space. Once it's in space, it's going to be fine, but to escape the Earth's gravity, the damage, how much damage can it sustain? Here we go, I'm ranting again, sorry.
No, you're fine.
It really was a test of how the seal of, the structure of the tanks,
exactly,
the gimbaling of the rocket,
straight. Because I remember when they were doing the test for the first ones, how it would like flip in circles or it would go sideways at the last second. I mean, the one that I saw, the last landing that I saw that came from space, it was beautiful with the it broke the sound barrier when it came down, like it was freaking awesome.
Wow.
Yeah, this one is this is the first one, which was
if they want people to experiment on, like, put someone in there, I volunteer.
I do too.
Would love to be part of something this amazing, and I can brag about this to my brother.
So you'll see the quality. This one's straight from SpaceX. So
I saw this video also.
Yeah,
this
they have a drone. Yeah, this is just, they do amazing video the way they do it.
Yeah.
Where's that at, Joey?
So still.
It's so beautiful.
That's a building.
It's like a water tower almost, the flying water tank.
Wow.
A silo. It's a silo for seeds.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Wow.
You see how it's changing the trajectory of the flame in the bottom?
Yeah.
It's slightly moved.
According to the force, it's trying to balance out.
Yeah, look at that.
Oh, wow. Alrighty. Let's see this baby land. Oh, wow.
Oh, that's badass.
Oh, that's fine. That's okay.
That is cool.
Yeah.
Woo. I didn't have him pinned, so no one saw the first video at all, I don't think. Oopsie. But they saw the second one, so it's cool.
Where was that at, Joey?
The latest one.
Yeah, both of them
That was
Boca
nice.
Chica, Texas.
So the audience didn't
Okay.
see the latest one. Oh,
No,
okay.
no, they did see the last one. I just pinned them for this one. But who is our friend Manya that follows around these? Is it Dick? No, it's not Dick.
No. That's Red's rhetoric.
Red's
Yeah.
rhetoric.
Yeah.
He
His
That last
one of his
video he's
videos
got,
was
I love
the
him.
last one, he got the booster all the way. He got it the entire way up and the entire way back. I mean, it's a dot at part of it, but he never loses it. And this guy named Scott Manley, he's got like over 1 million subs. He actually
Oh yeah.
tweeted it and was
Yeah,
like
I was
giving him
about to say
props.
that. Yeah. So yeah, if you're interested in rockets and their trajectories and you want some high quality video, about rockets, just go and subscribe to Red's Rhetoric. That's what his name is, YouTube channel name is. So, and enjoy. There's some stunning footages. Yeah, some stunning footages on his channel. Yeah.
And he's been tweeted by actual astronauts who've been on the
Yeah.
ISS.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I haven't had a
And-
chance to
and-
watch his newest ones, but I wanted to watch them.
Yeah, I love him.
And Jason says he doesn't do this. He shows up once in a while. He's just stealing your money when you donate
he
to
tells
him.
the weather days before and says if he thinks it's going to happen or not, and you can tell.
Yeah.
You can tell he loves it. Like, oh
Yeah.
That's
God,
his
it
thing,
might not
yeah.
happen. That's his thing. Like, I love it. Like, he
He
has
stayed for like
he has a
4
passion
days
for it.
for the first time we launched the guys from American soil when they went on the Falcon 9 and they went up to the ISS. He stayed for like 4 days because it got like postponed, and he stayed in like a hotel room, and and that's what I think he asked for some money for that, but it cost a lot. He wasn't able to work, and he stayed there, and he got good coverage of it. He really did.
Oh wow, that's great. That's really great.
Donut Red's Rhetoric is he has a channel. He does like some debunk. He does some flat Earth debates and things like that, but talks about science. But he mostly he's mostly well known for he goes to because he lives in Florida. He goes to the Kennedy Space Center and shoots the rocket launches when they take off.
The liftoffs.
And they're always giving him shit about all this money he supposedly makes off from it.
Oh, I've got something good I want to post.
He doesn't make it because he loves doing it.
Send me the link.
I want to ask, is Ferrat in the chat just being quiet?
You could remember you can always check by looking at participants. So let's see.
Or just at. You can just at.
Yeah, the at. Right.
I can't at from where I'm at until I get
What's
my
her
computer.
name?
FRERAT.
FER?
No,
What is it?
and it's only if they're public because there's way more people.
No, they're not here.
No, they're not.
Let me see. I'm going to share you a couple links of some other stuff.
Oh, I like that name. Oh, you're too sweet.
What name is that?
Oh, I was looking at the people. I say Swiffer too sweet. Swiffer too sweet, like a cigar.
We're going to switch directions a little bit here.
Okay.
This has been suggested to me to start covering this, and I've been so busy, and I thought it was something else. I didn't even watch the videos. I got so many DMs that I didn't even watch the videos. Actually, it wouldn't let me open the videos until a few days ago, and one of them I just got today, and I was like, oh, wait, what the heck?
I just wanted to read one message. Jennifer says, you want to read that one? Can someone read what Jennifer's message was?
Jennifer N. Julia grew up there. My husband's grandfather was a rocket scientist for NASA.
Wow. That's amazing.
Guys, if you haven't thumbs up this video, please do so now. We can never let the trolls and the morons overtake the thumbs down, even though YouTube doesn't give a crap.
Yeah.
We
they
still
don't care.
just for visual appearances, man.
Okay,
So
so
if you
this is a
haven't
really
thumbs
long
up, go
video.
do it.
What am I doing here?
Hold on,
This is a
I'll share.
5
Please.
hours. This is a 5 hour stream. So where
Oh
am I
no,
going?
I'll share a shorter one. Hold on.
Okay.
That's so true, Barbara. Barbara said the only good thing KJ has done thus far is brought us all together.
Yep.
Amen.
What is that noise?
Somebody's rubbing their skins like they're putting lotion on.
Blame
No, he's not.
hashtag is
Brandon's
Brandon's
not
fault.
even. Yeah, he's not
He's
even in
not
the chat. He's
All
here.
right,
late.
blame Brandon. He ain't even here, but blame Brandon. I don't know how long that one is, Joey. Check it out. That was the last one, I think.
Oh man.
Can I change the subject for just a minute?
Of course.
No, go ahead.
Okay. Just back to something that you guys were talking about earlier before I came in.
Mm-hmm.
Chris's videos where she got really nasty to Sherelle. And then I'll let it go because, and I usually don't say anything, but I have a mixed grandson. And so I really took offense to her videos.
I did too.
And then
Whose videos are you talking about?
Was it Chris Tucker? Chris?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I really took offense to her videos and I haven't gotten over it yet. I mean, I'm not as pissed as I was when I originally watched them.
But she didn't deserve to lose her job because people are calling.
No. I agree. I'm not saying that. But then, I think about, I have my ex-son-in-law is black, of course, because my grandson's mixed. And so, one time we live in Lincoln, Nebraska. I don't care. Everybody knows that. I live in Nebraska. And
Not a lot of black people in Nebraska.
Really?
Well, there are, but
well, I'm from Jersey, right outside the city. Like I said,
probably not compared to like other places, but anyway. So my ex-son-in-law, quiet, easy-spoken, polite,
just a normal guy,
hardworking guy. Got off work one night at 11 o'clock. The police, he was walking into a quick shop, a convenience store. Cops rushed him, threw him to the ground, broke his glasses, scratched up his face. He hit his head on one of those cement things in the parking lot. Yeah. And he cut his head open. They roughed him up because they thought that he fit some robbery suspect.
Yeah.
It happens. I mean, it does. It happens, unfortunately.
Yeah, walking while black or just existing while black.
Right. And so, my grandson knows exactly what to do if a cop stops him. You say, yes, sir, no, sir. You put your hands where they can see him.
Sad, though. That
is.
But that is so freaking sad.
But that's what you have to teach him.
Children with any kind of pigment in their skin, any kind of color, any kind of ethnicity, this is what you have to do when you get pulled over. And I have friends that are cops, and they are not all bad, dude. They're not.
No, they're not bad. I know they're not all bad.
But if you get pulled over, you might need to know this. That's the facts. That's true.
I've been doing this. I'm white, but I'm Hispanic, but you can't. I'm very light skinned.
You look at that.
But there was a guy. Ever since this guy told me the story, because this guy was dealing drugs and stuff like that. I knew him in college. He goes that. Like 2 cops came up to them on either side and they were giving conflicting orders and they had guns right to their head. So he goes, whatever you do, you get pulled over by a policeman, you have your hands on the wheel and you say, yes, sir, no, sir. Thank you, sir. And you know what it is? I've been pulled over a number of times because I used to come home. I did wedding photography and it was far away. So I would be on the road in a very rural area at 3 o'clock in the morning. And you have anything wrong with your car, you're getting pulled over. They don't care. They can't even see my skin color. They see like a tail light out, I drifted over the line like 2 inches, whatever. I get pulled over, and I always just call him officer, and I said, what's the problem? I don't have an attitude, and I
No.
get let off all the time. I mean, this one guy apparently I didn't real, I must have been sleepy. I was doing 85 on the thruway, which is a 65-mile-an-hour speed limit, and when he found out where I was from, he was like, "Oh my God, my brother-in-law, it's another town that's like only just one town away." And he's like, "All right," he goes, "just do me a favor, just go slow, all right? Just slow down." I was like, "Okay, thank you." And
Yeah.
I could have got a ticket, but I didn't. But but I don't, I understand exactly what you're saying, though. You know what I mean? Like, they didn't even bother to like talk to him. They would
No.
probably talk to me first. They just tackled him, and you know what I mean?
If they would have asked him where he'd been or, where he was coming from, he could have said, "I just got off work. I'm stopping to get milk for my baby." But
So
did they? Nope. Anyway, that's, the point is that it's really sad that it has to be that way.
you should not have to teach your children how to. I mean, you should teach your children how to respect adults, but you shouldn't have to teach them to respect cops differently than they do adults. Like, yes sir, no sir. My kids was yes sir, yes ma'am.
Yeah.
Their whole life. They shouldn't have to be extra prepped about how to speak to law officers. When I get pulled over, I'm scared because I might get a ticket, and my daddy made me scared of getting a ticket. So I'm like, yes sir, please don't give me a ticket.
Yeah, but as you and I can be scared because we're going to get a ticket, but where he could be scared because he's going to get
They might
shot.
get our ass kicked, right?
Yeah.
Or shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, where I'm at down here, that comes hand in hand
Yeah.
with getting stopped by the police. You are going to get pulled out of your vehicle. You are going to sit down on that curb, and
Really?
there's a 50-50 chance that you're going to get your ass dragged. Yeah.
Wow.
It's weird because in Ecuador, so long as you got a couple of bucks, they're just like, so you got $50 because they'll take your car if you don't have the $50, but you just give them $50 and they're like, okay.
I mean,
It doesn't matter. You could be breaking the law. They don't care. Okay, give me $50.
It's donation for the gas.
I've been pulled over a lot of times, and I've been pulled out of my vehicle, and my vehicle searched 3 times, and then I was let go every time. I got a ticket 2 of the times. One of the times I had to get a ride home because I'd been drinking, and everyone knows about that. But I wasn't drunk, and I did not get a DUI on my record. Despite
I got pulled over.
despite what
I'm sorry.
people say.
I got pulled over a mile from my house. I was coming back from Florida. My car was jammed with stuff. I mean, just jammed. Like you couldn't see. You know what I mean? Like from the back, you couldn't see me. And I got pulled over, and my cat was with me.
Oh my God! You take your cat with you?
Well, he went to Florida. I was gone for a month,
That's
so he came
cute.
with me.
Oh, I thought you were on a photo shoot. Sorry.
No. I went down to Florida. I was down for a month, so he came. And he used to, when I would drive, he would lay across like the back of my neck, across my shoulders, like almost like a, like a stole.
scarf.
You know what I mean? Yeah, like that. And he would stay up there, but sometimes if it was hot, so I had to have the windows open, and that freaked him out. Was the rushing sound of the wind, and so he was underneath a whole bunch of stuff. And I got pulled over by a state trooper. And when the cat came out, you know what I mean? So he came out because I'd been pulled over after 5 minutes. He gave me hell about my cat. I was like, dude, what am I, I'm
supposed to be in a cage, that's why.
I guess is, you know what I mean?
Is that a law?
Yeah, in some states it's a law.
Not in New York. Yeah, not my state. But he just gave me hell because he was like, don't you care about your cat? It was really hot. What I had to do was I would have to pull over like every, say, 100 miles, and I would douse him with water so he would, because it was hot. It was, it was like over 100 degrees. And with all the stuff in the car, there wasn't a lot of air circulation. So where he would overheat a little bit, and I would see him like kind of panting. So I would just take, so I had a lot of water that I kept cool, and I would just douse him because, once you have his fur all wet, then that'll draw out a lot of heat from him. And yeah, I miss my baby. That was Georgie. He was a great cat.
Oh.
He lived like 15 years. He lived
That's
a long time. Yeah.
It is dangerous to drive with your animals. Not.
I drive with my 2 animals all the time in the backseat.
I know. I do too. But
I'm talking about my kids.
Yeah. My doggy. I have a seatbelt thing that actually hooks into the seatbelt from his collar. So if we get in a wreck, it'll probably break his damn neck, but he's not going to go through the window.
My little dog's unrestrained all the time. I worry about him, but he's such a little freak that I think I don't know. I couldn't take him in the car if I tried to lock him down, I don't think.
Well, I had a friend that I went to school with that got in a wreck with her husband, and it was a bad wreck. Like, her husband still 2 years later got problems from it. They never found their dog. Never. And
that's the one you were talking about the other day?
No. I've never mentioned this person, but I mean, I went to school with her, but she looked for that dog for 6 months, like she posted.
Oh my God.
Because he got thrown out of the vehicle during the wreck. A drunk driver hit them head on, and her husband got lifetime of disability because of it. And their dog got thrown out of the vehicle. It didn't kill him because he got scared and ran off, and they never found him.
Oh, that's scary. Okay, Jack, you're going into a seat restraint.
So do you want to watch Mr. Jason? Are we pulling that up now?
If you found one that was short enough to watch.
Yeah, that one's only 11 minutes. The other one, the first one was 5 hours. The second one was 3 hours. This one's 11 minutes.
Have any of you? Hold on, give me just 1 second. Have any of y'all ever heard of C.W.
Chanter?
Because this is a person that Unirock knows. It's been recommended to me to cover this, but I had so much going on, I didn't, and I couldn't see the videos until recently. They were showing me earlier, but I'm gonna have to go through them and like get some timestamps because I can't do some 5 hours.
Is YouTube or is it on YouTube or?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. I have it up right now.
This is the one I actually watched today, I think. Let's listen.
Oh, hold on, I gotta turn my
and the dude he's talking about looked kind of like Citizens on to me.
Anyway, you doxed him.
Where's your evidentiary support that I gave the Dr. Joe from the Carolinas to the group? Because that's what you said.
A little
bit. He should go live to prove his point. He should show it, and that way the FBI can watch his video.
Why
they
can
actually get help in finding shit. But that's not what happened. I know. There's a big reason why it didn't. You doxed him.
How is it that you are able to make the allegation that I sent the docs to this group of Joe from the Carolinas?
What's this guy's name?
I didn't get any proof that this group did really.
What's this guy's name? C.W. Chanter?
Yeah, CW. I guess this is
C.W. Chanter. CHANTER.
Release Joe's information. The attempt.
This is when I started watching Jason. Was at the end.
Did you say CW or CH?
Yeah.
Chanter?
Yeah.
CW.
Yeah.
It starts C.W. and then the other word is Chanter, spelled CHANTER.
Okay, go ahead.
This is when I started watching Jason, is he was covering this, and I had no idea any of this. So you've
seen this before a little bit.
A little bit of this whole Joe doxing, because he would do programs. This is when, because what it is I found him about the NSS, but he was still covering this. He didn't go full into the NSS yet, so he would talk about this stuff, and then he just went full bore. Because I think that's when they, I can't remember if something else happened that made him completely cover it. Like he would play the death of the NSS a lot, and he was just told everything Steve said it would argue for. But like I said, the first probably week or so that I was watching him, he was talking about this thing, and I was like, "Who is this Joe from the Carolinas?"
So I got a question for you: is this CW Chanter guy with Uni or against Uni? Like as far as ideologies go?
I think he might have been either against QAnon
I think
or
like
you know what I mean?
everyone, he started with them and ended up against them.
Yeah.
So now they're estranged.
Right, because he's accusing C.W. Chanter of
doxing.
doxing this guy Joe from the Carolinas.
Okay. So I was just making sure before I subscribed to him. That's why I was asking.
If anyone knows his app, I just tried to add it on my Twitter, but I don't think I got it right.
I don't think he has it.
Somebody sent me his email a long time ago. I have to look for it.
Okay, let's listen.
I'm trying to get it to play.
In doing this is solely to get to the truth and not
Yeah, that's
to
what he's worried
hold
about,
someone guilty who's not guilty and to let another group go free. June 8th, 2019, why it's so hard to not think someone else doxed Joe from the Carolinas.
Okay, so the chat.
Dan, who you think did.
The chat's
If
talking
we're
about
wrong for suggesting that the screenshot data that we have, that we argue and that many people believe, supports the conclusion that Corey Good was involved in a Doxxing campaign along with Joy Jackson and Rob Vanoy and all these other yahoos.
Yahoo.
How is it that you are able to make the allegation that I sent the docs to this group of Joe from the Carolinas or was behind any of this?
These
just said so.
screenshots show a group on Facebook Messenger discussing Emery Smith, Corey Good.
Look, he just
they are
doxes his email.
fact-checking. They are creating memes. They're talking about videos to make, articles to write. Basically, the screenshots show that this group of people are fans of Corey and have turned against.
This is his dead Unirock.
Donut Conspiracy
TV
said,
channel.
"Yep." Donut Conspiracy just said, "Yep." He's getting sued by Corey Good. It is Uni's nemesis. Uni maybe.
Jason, I guess. Okay.
So CW
Corey's
is
network.
suing
Corey
Uni.
Good maybe is suing someone.
who's Corey Good? Is that this guy here? The CW
I'm not
guy?
sure.
The
I
guy
don't know.
talking, I think, is CW.
Okay.
Right.
Corey is someone else.
Gaia.
I'm not sure. Actually,
This is all I've received.
A debate between them.
Let's see what your best evidence is to draw your fucking crazy narrative conclusions. Here's the intel that I received from Good while I was gone.
Intel.
Why were you on Twitter in November and October spreading a narrative that Good was doing this in a group? Because you knew, motherfucker, and you were lying to the community. You knew back in October.
The community's always got. So this is another community he was kicked out of.
Someone just told me I was wrong about something, so I don't want to get anything wrong.
Yeah, correct us, man. Yeah.
Yeah, I said please correct me.
Moderate is it moderate who's correcting us?
Yes, there sure are some people very familiar with this, radio. Moderate. Will you take a link if I send it to you or no? Or can you fill in? If not, will you fill in the chat what this is about? Because I've been getting these videos for a month and not played them. But when I watched this one today, I was like, he ain't proving nothing. So I need to play this.
So Donut, who did Sean? Who were the two people? Was it Jason and CW Chanter that had a debate?
I'm so glad you showed up, Moderate.
I'm just looking to see what
he's
Donut
got
Conspiracy
databases of intel. LOL. Stacy, you are right. Tonight I'm going to have dreams about vacationing in the DR. Me too, Danica. If anybody has anything to say.
Okay, yeah, I was hoping that. I was waiting for Donut, but you know.
One of them awkward pauses.
You guys, someone else can.
I'm going to send Moderate a link. If he doesn't want to take it, he doesn't have to.
Yeah.
But I wish he would.
Okay, so I'm assuming she said yes. So.
What?
Oh,
okay.
Gotta leave.
I gotta run, but I'm gonna listen for a while before I have to sign off.
Alrighty.
Okay.
All right. Night all.
Night.
Night.
Good night, Luann.
Bye.
You've been talking to Kelly the whole time. You knew exactly what they were doing in that group. So I have to ask this question.
He's such a dork.
face.
Now, why in the fuck tell everybody that they were responsible and you had the proof for it?
Same
but
thing,
then
just
not
different
produce it?
players.
And why did you lie about
Same
who Kelly
thing.
was and what she was doing unless you doxed Joe?
So we're bad because we have bad evidentiary support, but you're good because you have no evidentiary support.
I read through what he sent me quickly, and you sat there and said to yourself, wait a minute, so now I know who's working together. So I wonder, CW, is it possible that you said, I'm going to build a narrative on Twitter. Now that I have a little bit of background information, I can try to build a narrative that Joe is going to get doxed. Because that's what happened, buddy. I got the proof. I didn't get any proof that this group did release Joe's information. I've got evidence and I've shown it, and I'm telling you,
I've
it would have
never
been
seen
good
evidence
enough,
from
bro.
him ever.
It would have been good enough
Yeah.
for Kelly to come out and show people that they were building narratives in the Facebook group. These screenshots show a group on Facebook Messenger discussing Emery Smith, Corey Good. They are fact-checking. They are creating memes. They're talking about videos to make, articles to write. Basically, the screenshots show that
You notice he doesn't. You can't really read these. I mean, how would you? So he just, oh, this is what these say, but I won't bother to actually show it to you. It's on my screen, so you could zoom in like 1,000,000% and see if you could read it.
this group of people are fans of Corey and have turned against Corey's network, Gaia. This is all I've received. That would have been enough, dude. But you know why I think Joe got doxxed? God damn it, Joe would kill me.
So moderate is offering to come on in and correct something.
I sent him a link if he wants. Did he take it?
I don't know. He just, I don't know.
He said he was very busy. I don't think he's going to take it. But
No. He said somebody, I guess, questioned him because he said, I corrected nothing. I answered your question. If anyone was familiar with this, I can jump in right now. Kind of busy, but I guess he can come in for a few minutes and explain what
I sent him a link to Twitter.
I think so. What they said was,
I thought he said he couldn't.
No, I can't jump in right now. Kind of busy. That's what they said.
Yeah,
I can't. That's
he's
my
fighting
friggin'
trolls.
dyslexia.
He's fighting trolls.
Yeah, that's my dyslexia. Derp. Okay.
That's okay. That's fine. I don't know what he said previously though.
Right.
He said, yes, there are sure some people very familiar with this already. All.
I love moderate.
Okay.
I love moderate streamers.
What the hell is that
What is he doing? He's hitting the.
Anyway.
Yeah.
You doxed him. Listen to me, please, for
Oh,
fuck's sake.
God,
He's fucking running his mouth like a
His
lying
little
son of a
stupid
bitch.
this
If
thing.
you keep believing him, you're going to be looked at like a Q follower. I'm sorry to say it, you're believing on faith, because I'm about to drop some hard logic.
Q
I'm about
follower?
to debunk him. This is the most simple
Hard
piece of
logic.
evidence. Of course, it wasn't the piece of evidence I put out first. I wanted to know if I could trust CW to get over the bullshit, reach out, try to help us understand why he said it so we could.
Where's your evidentiary support that I gave the docs of Joe from the Carolinas to the group? Because that's what you said.
Anyway,
Whatever.
you
That's what he
doxed
said.
him.
That's not what you said most recently. Because now that you know you're floating, now that you know that people are following up and following your arguments and following your analysis and talking back to you, now your story sort of changes.
Everything that happened after Joe's information was shared, involving the sharing of it specifically, still stands. Corey Good and Jordan
Oh my God,
Sager
he's talking in
are still
circles.
just
It's
as responsible
fucking
for the
hilarious.
most
It's
people
like almost
seeing
he's
this.
a whole
I wanted
ass
to know if I could
joke.
trust CW.
It's like it's like he's a whole ass joke. That's almost what it's like. He's a big
He's
old
saying
joke.
the same thing.
But all you have to do, that's what I was going to say, just replace Steve and Reds, and you know what I mean? This is, he just.
That's his formula.
That's it. He plugs in new people every, rinse and repeat, and that's what he does. Rinse
Oh my
and
God. But the thing is that at least now it's a little bit more refined, his technique on trolling. But back then he was repeating nothing. He still does repeat nothing.
He still,
he does still say nothing. But now his nothing is a little bit more eloquent.
The main thing is he just says, "Oh, I've got evidence for it," but he never presents any evidence.
Right.
So to the audiences, if you really want to go back to him and ask him, just say, okay, you said you had evidence for this. Where can I get access to that evidence? And then you will see how quickly he blocks you.
Blocks your
Yeah.
ass.
So
He's like,
Danica Jed wrote, KJ copied Uni when she got a join button. Uni always cuts off and speaks to members only. And when KJ received her join button, she would do the same thing.
Oh, he
creating
told
an
yes.
echo chamber.
She
You create an echo chamber
never
like that.
ever went members only ever. I never saw her go members only until he told her that. That was absolutely.
It was Jason who gave her that idea, and
Yeah, the
she
first
started
time
doing that.
I really saw her use it was when me and BX jumped in her live stream. That's
She has done
since
that
then,
before.
but she's been abusing it ever since, like it's Tic Tacs.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Well, she said it too. Well, since they say I use it and I really don't, I'm gonna start.
Yeah.
Okay.
She definitely, when we went in there and we weren't even being rude, but she in her mind thought we were coming in there to attack, and she hit that. Well, I'm going members only. Boom. I was like, what the fuck?
I never went to her chats ever. I never seen anyone from my chat to her chat. Why am I going to
I also don't go in a chat.
Why am I going to send someone from my chat, take a view for myself to go spy on her?
It makes no sense. Yeah.
Never, ever.
She does that because one, she doesn't want anyone to steal her subs.
She said, if you come here from Little Reds, you're getting deleted immediately.
You know what's funny? What if those 23 thumbs downs are Unirock with 23 different accounts?
KJ
and Keon too, because Keon came in with a couple of Keon came in with a couple of socks today.
Oh, he did. I haven't heard from him in a while. I was just thinking about him too.
I see 34 ups and 5 downs. So is there more now?
I see 86 ups and 23 downs.
Oh,
well, 86 ups.
86 is way better than.
Oh hell yeah!
And only 101 watching, so that's a pretty decent. I mean, that's over. That's 109, right?
If you haven't thumbs up, shame on you. Go thumbs up now.
Or thumbs down. Just vote one way or another. Because YouTube doesn't.
Engagement is engagement, whatever type it is.
Yeah. Hey, Tammy, Clement, would you say I unsubbed? Did you? What do you mean you unsubbed to Uni or to who?
I don't know. They might be able to.
So hold on, really quick. Also, Ames B72 has a good question.
You're gonna read that.
I have a question about doxing. If you know someone's real name, for example, my real name is on my Facebook account. Can you literally Google anyone's real name and get tons of info? You can get. I can answer this. You can get quite a bit of info, but it's more generalized info, like where you used to work, where you're working currently. If you have that information, things like if you've liked different restaurants and you've put up different types of reviews in areas, but you also have to kind of know the person's screen names, and there's a lot of other things that you would need to know. But you can definitely get the address though.
Moderate said, I do think Donut Conspiracy can probably tell you what happened from the most unbiased perspective. Sorry, I was already involved in another chat. Maybe next time. Moderate is fighting trolls with swords right now. I know. No, like he's been busy for a couple nights now fighting trolls, and I've got his back. But Donut Conspiracy, he said, could tell me.
Does Donut want to come on? I mean, I don't know. They feel comfortable coming on.
Thank you, Brandon. Thank you, Brandon, for the PayPal. I love you. And does Donut want a link? Because I'll send it.
I don't know. Are they in the chat?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, I saw them.
Okay. Yeah, I can see moderate, but I can't see Donut.
No, Donut had because I asked. Donut had posted, said Sean Hufford had moderated a debate between the two, and I asked, do you mean Jason and CW Chanter? And Donut said yes. So I assume that they're still here. Let me see. Yep, they're still here.
Yeah, Beth. Or who was it? Jennifer wrote, most people feel that child's name should remain private. Imagine living through childhood trauma and finding people were talking about it publicly, not to mention a trigger for others. I agree. I think if there's something happening to a child, let's talk about that. But let's not throw their family and their
Face?
the child under the bus, unless the family is the asshole that, like the father or the mother, they should be blasted and they should be put in jail. But the child shouldn't have to, have any repercussions or any. It's dumb. You should. That's. The only thing that wants to come out of my mouth right now is bad words, and I'm trying to restrain myself.
Yeah, me too.
I'm cussing.
Yeah, I'm just.
Yeah, Ames. They could find out whatever you put on like Facebook and stuff is what they're gonna find out.
Yeah.
I mean, unless they want to actually pay, like
then it's a whole different story.
Right,
it depends on what kind of how deep you want to go into the search. Some searches are $20, some are $50, some even go at like to $250 if you really want to get down to the nitty gritty. People can find your social security number, all your previous addresses, all of your family members, spouses, your husband or wife's name.
That's sick.
Yeah, everything. They can find out everything. They could even go and find out everything about your spouse from the same search. And anything that, or like if you had a girlfriend from 10 years ago that you lived with and you guys bought a car together or something, that information will be tied to you as well. So anyone
that was tied to your social security number.
Even if you've mailed, let's say if me and my ex-girlfriend from when I was 20, we both lived in the same place, we both had mail going to the same home, it will show that we have a common interest, which is that home that we were renting together, that we were receiving mail. It goes deep if you really want to.
Brandon cracks me up.
Nitty ball out here.
69 cents. 69, get it?
Oh yeah, I get it. So yeah, I hope that answered the question a little bit better there, Ames. You fall off his chair?
Just hear someone snore like a pig.
I did the chortle. I was laughing so hard I actually did the chortle.
There are ways to actually scrub your information from the internet, Jennifer, but you need to know that not all of the information will be scrubbed.
Yeah.
There's still information that will be out there. This is why I don't have I've got 1 million Facebook accounts. I have 1 million different addresses. I have 1 million different names. I've got I filled out applications with my social security number being 00000000000. So I'm really paranoid about that. Maybe I'm overly paranoid, but I'd rather be overly paranoid than get caught with my pants down.
And especially like getting on YouTube.
Yep.
So for me, when I first, like, I would just posted random videos, and when I say random, just whatever I wanted. My kids, me fixing the weed eater, just whatever. Just put it up, left it there. And actually, the lady who came on and talked, the same how she came on and was talking about the jewelry and KJ. That's kind of how I got into reacting. I just so happened to watch a video and I did not like the bullying I saw. So then after that, I realized, oh my gosh, there's a whole world in this. Like, there's a world inside this world of YouTube. And immediately I took my kids off and just have to be more careful. My name clearly is out there, so I can't take that back. But yeah, it's scary. It really is. Someone said they didn't realize like how serious or the other side of doxing. Yeah, people.
Oh yeah, it happened to me.
It's bad.
Really,
but my doxing happened in my DMs because it was a scare tactic. It was a threat.
Yeah, of course.
This is what I'm going to do to you, and they sent me my whole ass life in DMs. Yeah. And you know what I did? I went private. And I sat down and I STFU immediately, and I stayed quiet for a month because it scared the hell out of me.
I told you before that if somebody were to come and dox me all the way down here, I'd buy them lunch. Because that shows initiative. Do they really want to come down here and talk to me or have a fight with me or whatever?
That's how I am. If they're going to dox me now, fuck. I know that my shit's getting passed around in private DMs now, so everyone
Yeah.
knows
Whatever,
who I
yeah.
am. They're just not making it public.
Yeah. And here's the thing. When with doxing, like in my case,
The
like
other thing I wanted to
already
mention really quickly
go ahead.
before, don't fill out those stupid quizzes and those
Yeah.
little things on Facebook
Yeah,
that
okay, yeah,
because
that's
it's just to
Well,
data
if
mine
you
you.
do
That's
that, you
all
That's
it
all
deserve
it
to
is.
get
is.
doxxed. I'm just playing.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't do that. That's a bad idea.
Your email address.
No,
I mean,
don't
and
do that. No.
yeah, they can. Oh my gosh. Yeah, after my first react. Well, Jennifer probably can tell you. Like maybe my first or second reaction video, I got something is like YouTube. But it really wasn't for YouTube. And so of course I opened it, and usually I'm like on my P's and Q's about that stuff. But I was like, oh, it's YouTube. What did I do? And no, it was just them threatening me like you're next or something. And I'm like, okay, so what did I do? Go make a video about it. Like, but
Yeah.
people are serious, and there's a lot of people that are in IT, and I mean, a lot of people out here, like.
Hello,
Man, I
Gladys.
just want to Ward. I guess Ward just showed up and he's like, "Oh look, it's Under Rock."
Oh,
That's why I keep reminding people that people have have a life outside of YouTube.
Right.
Don't be so fixated on it,
so
and
Kino
try
asked a
and
good
balance
question.
it out.
Mm-hmm.
Kino asked again, can you go to Google and put a person's name in? You can,
Yeah.
and you might pull some stuff up, but like if you pull up one of the 1,000 names that I have, then you're not going to see anything. It's just going to pull you up to some other dude who's a doctor, or some other dude who's a lawyer, or some bum on the street. But sometimes it depends on how exposed they are. If they're not really like your grandmother, who's like my grandmother, who's 98 years old, you're not going to find her on the internet because she's not a present there at all. It just depends.
Now, when I come out here, I want more than a lunch, okay? Just saying. I'm kidding. Totally.
What's up, War?
Hey, War.
It's scary.
What's that noise?
Hey, War, how's it going? It's probably my Oh, that's right. Let me see if
Did you send
I
them a
have the
link?
audio going. No, that's my because I have WhatsApp open. So when someone sends me a message, because Fool helped me set up my audio.
When I
so
send you a message, it sounds like a whistle.
yeah, but that one's that's what goes to my phone. That's actually I have WhatsApp web open. So there's like a little temporary thing that pops up on my screen and it makes it makes this little tick sound. And
Sounds like somebody's trying to get in.
Yeah.
It's like a drop sound.
yeah.
I have a question, Joey.
A drop of water.
The WhatsApp, since we're kind of talking about like all that stuff, the WhatsApp, I know you still have to give out your private your phone. You don't.
Still need to put your phone
Oh no, you need. It's really secure because to actually sign up for it, if you do the WhatsApp web but what it is like they can't, like somebody else, if they got your login information, they can't log in on another phone. It has to be that phone because it'll only. So I mean, I don't know if anybody knows about the guy from Saudi Arabia who got killed by the Turks.
Yes. The report.
So that tells you. He uses WhatsApp. Now that tells you how secure it actually is. And when you put it on your computer, you actually have to use the phone. So you can't like just put in WhatsApp web on your computer. When you install WhatsApp web on your computer, there's like one of those like little scanners that it puts one of those little codes on there, and you have to put your phone up and let it read it, and then it'll let that application work on your computer.
But it'll lock you out of your phone.
No, I'm on both.
Okay.
The only thing is that say you turn your phone off.
Mm-hmm.
you can't log in on. Then the computer says you better log into your WhatsApp account because you can't. I mean, you could see like I don't even think you could see the older messages. You can't use it. It says turn on your phone because it doesn't see if it doesn't see WhatsApp connected to the internet in some fashion. Whatever you have on your computer, it won't work. It's very secure, and I will say the audio quality is really good. I mean, it's unbelievably good. I remember like I talk about Ecuador because that's where I found it was from. Like everybody in Ecuador uses it. I was talking to a girl and she was in North Carolina, and I was streaming.
It wasn't me. It wasn't me.
I was
On the kitchen counter.
I was
It wasn't
streaming.
me.
She lives in she lives in Illinois now, but I was streaming the little town I was in for like I walked around for like half an hour, 45 minutes, and it only used like 112 megabytes, and it was good quality video.
I don't know what that means though.
It doesn't use. It does really has good data compression. So you know, what I mean, it doesn't use a lot of your bandwidth because you know, I don't have a lot of data, especially when I was down there. I think I actually did buy 25 gigabytes of data. You know, since I was like a new customer there, they had like a special deal where you can get 25. I think it's $25 for 25 gigabytes, and that lasted me almost the entire time I was there because I was there for 1 month the first time and then 2 months the second time. But I liked WhatsApp. I just really like it a lot. You know, it's good for sending pictures, and you know, like that's where I get my links from.
I want to read some stuff.
Because that's why. Okay, good.
I'm backing up. War said something. I'm trying to back up and see if he said something before. Because I saw that, and then someone said, read his comments. He said, Jason ran with a story that Joe was doxxed. Joe from the Carolinas was doxxed. When in all honesty, his work put out Joe's personal info from his job in a video. So he said Joe was doxxed, but he's actually the one that doxxed Joe? Is that what we're saying?
Jason, I heard that. Yeah, I heard that Jason
I do
was.
wish War would take a link. I know he doesn't want to, but I wish he would. And he said,
that's what Jason does. He never corrects himself.
And War said, Jason kept the video about his work on the DL and didn't tell anyone about it and ran with the BS story for months at Joe from the Carolinas.
And I was going to say really one last thing about WhatsApp. Sherry says my son is in security, and that's what they use. So that tells you.
Yeah, it's the encryption, and they use a lot of encryption.
It's end-to-end encryption, yeah.
Yeah, and which is good. That's what you want.
Automatic, yeah, automatic.
Yeah, and talking about Jason, that's what he does. He doesn't care as long as he can stream. He will run with anything. That's all he does.
Just money.
Notoriety. I don't know how much money he makes. I don't think he makes much with the quality of what he has. Like the content, like it's like garbage, and so I think it's just for notoriety. He thinks that as I always say, he's a wannabe Keemstar. That's what he is.
I think he makes a decent amount from his subscriptions, is what I think he gets his money from.
Wait a minute, I was reading. Who's a wannabe Keemstar?
Jason.
He's never going to be Keemstar.
No, he's not. But he acts like he.
I know. I know what you mean. He doesn't have the. He's not Keemstar, man. He can never be and never.
Well, Keemstar has improved his game over time.
Oh yeah, he
has refined his technique. He does get stuff wrong.
Everybody does. It's part of reporting.
Yeah, but he gets it right. Eventually, he gets it right. And sometimes he hits on very sensitive topics too. But he has a way of going around about it.
I love the fact that
he is an asshole. We know from his Twitter that he's an asshole. Sorry?
Just 1 second.
I want to say something. Hold on,
Ferret is in the chat now.
And Ferret's the one that got this whole shit started. So can you come talk, please, Ferret?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to tell you. That's all. Go ahead.
Okay. So we know from his Twitter and stuff that he is kind of an asshole. But whatever
Kinda
he does on
my
his
ass.
channel,
Kinda my dick. What are you talking about? Kinda. Kinda.
he is asshole. Okay, I'm
Okay.
being
That's
very
bad.
charitable right
You're
now.
being very
Yeah.
charitable. You charitable
Yeah.
motherfucker.
So
Yeah, she's very
he's an
diplomatic.
asshole. We know from his, but when it comes down to his channel and how he does his job, you know, there are faults, but he knows what he's doing and he gets it. It's polished and everything. So he knows his game. That, let's just say.
Yeah.
Whereas Jason, he doesn't know what his game is. He has no
direction.
No direction. Yeah, he has no
He makes it
passion.
up
He
as
has
he
no
goes along. Yeah.
direction. Nothing. All he wants. He's lost
Money
according
and
to me.
views.
He's
Money
just
and
he's
views.
just lost
That's money and views.
because
No.
yeah. Go on. Yes, I'm done.
No, just watch where my channel is now, and remember this time next year, and look at his numbers and look at my numbers. You'll see
Yeah.
the difference. Could be just
Oh,
for the
yeah.
mere fact of his production value looks like
It's
how can I
garbage,
explain it?
man. It's garbage.
Looks
It's
like the guy, the conspiracy guy in the basement, who has a lot of time on his hands and swears that he was probed by aliens. That's this guy here.
That's hilarious.
Well, I think so. He does that on purpose, maybe, so that if in future people want to say, "Oh, that's him in the video," he can just go and say, "No, that's not me in the video. That's some other guy." I think maybe. I don't. There might be another reason. There might be another reason, but yeah, like BJJ said, that Comic Nut said, his production quality is garbage. And when I have done one video on my channel where I was, you know, kind of, I dissected one of his videos against Steve. My production quality was much better than his. Like 10 times
You know, that's
better,
funny.
if
Is
I might say.
mine doesn't even have that much production in it. It's got a couple videos, a couple laughs, a couple of this, and people find it more entertaining and more informative because I don't run around a subject just running around it. I find a subject, attack the subject, and move on and move forward through it. Like the copyright video, where I had a point, I made my point, I came to a conclusion, and that was it. I didn't leave you more confused than before the video. Because that's what happens when you watch a uni video. You watch it, you kind of understand what's going on, then you watch it, and then you're like, well, I don't know anything. And it's not because they screwed you up, it's because he just threw so much misinformation at you. So now it's more of a confusing situation. And that's a tactic though, too.
Wait, time out. Someone's blocking. Someone
is
timing out. Ames has been here for a long time, and let's just make absolutely certain we're timing someone out for the right reasons, because we proved the other night that we can read stuff wrong sometimes.
Oh yeah. Ames, that was
himself.
probably
Ames,
accident. Oh
Ames,
yeah.
Ames is cool. Don't
Ames, that was an accident probably.
Yeah,
So
I don't know
if you're
what's
listening,
going on.
sorry.
I don't get the whole story.
And I know the one that's timing her out has the best intentions, but I think maybe she read something wrong.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering.
I
what
noticed
happened.
that she also covered up a message from somebody else who agreed. So I'm not sure what's going on there.
Yeah, I don't know.
What are you
I'm
doing,
sure.
girl? I know she's my. No, look, she. Might
I know.
just be-
Yeah, that's why. Yeah.
The chat's moving
Maybe
fast.
it's. Maybe that's what happened.
She might
Yeah.
just be an extra.
Friendly
extra.
fire, guys. Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Careful.
Most
Just
probably
be
friendly fire.
careful.
Yeah.
Yeah, Maya, that's exactly what he does. He's good at running marathons.
I'm so
Oh,
glad
yeah.
Maya's
Marathons.
back. I missed her. Oh my god. Hey girl. Hey. I haven't seen her. I haven't
Maya.
seen her in a week or two. Like I've missed her.
No,
Okay.
Go ahead.
I'm kind of confused about what's going on in the chat. People are getting blocked. They shouldn't
Yeah.
get blocked by people that shouldn't be blocking them. I don't understand.
I don't know. I think it was
That's
just Ames that got
Amy.
blocked, and that was probably an
Amy's.
accident.
No, I saw
Amy
someone
has-
else. Someone else's comment got hidden that shouldn't have gotten hidden too. But
Right.
AMES 872.
B72. Yeah.
Yeah, B72.
Danica.
She
Yeah. I
shouldn't
don't
have
know
been
why
blocked.
they got.
I don't. Yeah.
There
I
was
don't know
another
why.
one. I think so.
there was another
Yeah.
one. I'm looking for it now. But
Yeah, I think so. They got
everything Ames is saying is getting blocked. If you got a personal issue with her, take that up somewhere different. But I love you all. She hasn't. That's. I haven't seen anything that she said that's trolly like.
Uncovering
Nothing.
hypocrisy is timing you out.
Why though? Because I
Okay.
know uncovering, and
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's.
if you have a
There's
personal
nothing to
issue
that
with
Maybe.
though.
her, that's personal. That has nothing to do with my channel.
Well,
But
there's
Yeah.
something.
No.
she may have read it wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Possible.
trying to tag uncovering. I can't tag them anymore, so it looks like they've left the chat.
Okay, well that
So
may be for the best for tonight. Maybe they have a personal issue. that we
No.
don't know
No.
about.
Uncovering is still here. He's still here.
is it? I can't tag
Yeah.
them for some reason in the chat.
Is it a well? Troll
Say
couldn't
something uncovering.
block
No, a
someone.
troll won't
No.
have a wrench, but
Right.
yeah, it's I think so. I think so. They were somewhere at work. I think so. That's why they were going back and forth, and I think so. In that, I think so. They've accidentally done this.
Oh,
Done
it could
this
be an accident.
action.
I accidentally gave someone a wrench. I gave Keon
Okay.
a wrench one night, y'all. I gave
Yeah. Moderate
Keon.
says.
I gave
No,
Keon
hold
a
on.
wrench.
Hold on.
Just
Moderate says it's friendly fire. Uncovering is having issues with her phone.
Oh, I'm
yeah.
sorry.
Okay. Yeah. That's what we were
I
thinking.
knew
Yeah.
that wasn't.
Yeah.
I knew that wasn't something that
I
Keon
know.
would do because I've.
Yeah.
Me and that girl, we're friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we know that. Yeah, that's why we were being charitable. We were like,
Yeah.
okay, something's going on.
So
So yeah,
sorry,
it's fine.
sorry, Ames. Just wait 300 seconds.
Just keep your head down. Friendly
That
fire.
friendly fire, you might get shot at. It's an accident.
Oh man, yeah.
So do we want to finish seeing Jason LARP or not?
Yeah,
It's
sure.
only got. Okay,
Why
so let's
not?
get back to.
FYI, if for tomorrow you want any material on Jason, I think so. He did a live Periscope with Kyle Curtis about Steve's latest Kyle's with Kyle Curtis, and he's still live. So maybe I can download it once it's done. So it's about the latest filing from Steve McRae. So if you want for tomorrow, maybe.
So there was another document today.
Yeah, there was a.
in court.
Okay,
I can't
I'll have to
remember
take a
what it
look.
was.
All right, I'll have
There
to
was
take a
another
look.
filing. Yeah, I can share it in
Okay.
the Twitter chat if you want. I can
Sure.
do that.
Yep. Okay.
Sure, have it on my
All right.
drive.
So what do you say, Red? What do you say?
Let's listen.
You to get over the bullshit, reach out and provided their screenshot evidence. This is what I received. They didn't have anything new. This story was emailed to me by CW Chanter, even though he lied about emailing it to me later. All the screenshot evidence was.
So is that so you're not supposed to be able to read it? It's like make it this bright red, so you gotta.
Out there. That all the screenshot evidence was out there. But if you
His
would
hands
have
are
reached
still
out to me and
tiny,
at least
y'all.
shared the shit with me, and at least shared the shit with me, this is all I've received. I didn't get any more evidence. I didn't get any proof that this group did release Joe's information. I read through what he sent me quickly, checked it in Photoshop to see if anything strange jumped out at me. But if he would have reached out to me and worked in a favorable light, it would have made him look much better so that I could present this. All those other things you had to know, they had to be put out, they had to be represented, but this
Is he greasing up his hands so he could take care of business? What's he doing?
is the big thing. This is the thing that matters.
He's gonna jack off.
Where's your evidentiary support that I gave the Doxxing Joe from the Carolinas to the group? Because that's what you said.
This guy owns the Fade to Light blog. He pulled a public website of CW and a public website of Joe and put it on Fade to Light. That's not a dox. Now, it is a dox to whoever put this shit out on Twitter. I'll agree. That
Manya, we can hear I can hear Kyle in the background.
There's a lot going on in
Oh,
my
really?
chat that I don't know.
I am so sorry. Give me a sec.
Okay.
It's not a
I
dox.
don't think so. That's me.
It's
Oh, okay.
It's
No,
coming up.
no, yep.
Comic.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm
What?
sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry.
What?
Sorry.
Son of a bitch.
It sounded like Is that Kyle I'm
That's
hearing?
not nice.
Yeah, I was actually listening in the background, and I thought I had my mic off.
Brandon has
I
no
knew it was
filter.
Kyle. I
Hashtag no
recognize that
filter.
voice.
Brandon has no filter.
Yeah, I was actually. I thought I had my
says,
mic
"Son
off,
of
and
a
I was
biscuit
listening.
eater."
I'm sorry, guys.
Okay.
Fine, I won't cuss next
Now,
time.
it is a doc. That's not a dox. Now, it is a
Look,
doc.
Brandon.
Get me? I'll agree.
Get
So
me?
I went live and told the community what was going on. You doxed him.
You
That
doxed
I
him.
had changed my mind on what people called Doxgate.
That's not what you said most recently. Now your story sort of changes.
And now I was 50-50 that the original group did it or that 50-50 CW had something to do with it. The biggest motherfucking evidence I could show you is that
now your story sort of changes.
Well, Richard Rams.
Well,
so War says no one in caps, all caps. No one doxed Joe. He's a damn liar. Bless you.
Sewer, who is the manager for Corey Good, were friends with CW in 2016. This is before he even started this religion, yes, called Commonwealth Chanting.
Now your story sort of changes.
Changed my mind. It does prove this statement that I've made that not only was Kelly member of the secret troll group, but somebody else was too. Roger Ramseur, provably, no way to argue it, no way to fight it, no way to call me a liar. This is the kind of thing he will not talk about on his channel, and this is why he demonizes me. But this is a big part to my Doxgate expose on him. This is back when he was attacked a lot, and he was defended. Him and Corey both. If I get this shit off my fucking screen, 1 second.
I'm making this video as a response to a comment that Dark Journalist made in response to a comment that I left on one of his videos.
Dark Journalist, I love you. You got to shake yourself out of it. They knew who he was back in 2016, early 2016.
Look at his
Roger
tiny
Ramseur,
hands.
who's Corey Good's business partner, and especially concentrated upon Roger Ramseur's use of dark
He
imagery
lied
art.
to you guys.
I'm going to be completely honest. You know, I'm a heavy metal kid.
Dark
I
Journalist,
lived through
listen
also
to me.
the 80s, the Satanic Panic. I've seen people come out and say horrible, horrendous, defamatory things about people like Colonel Michael Aquino, a Vietnam vet who's done nothing except have an alternative religious view.
They said his name. They watched all his videos. They knew he was a lawyer. I love you. Please, I'm doing this for your own good.
I hate him.
You
I hate
don't
his
want the
voice. I
stain
hate
of this
everything
fake
about him.
story hung
His
to your channel.
mannerisms are
They will
fucking
use this
annoying.
forever against you.
So I made a
everyone.
very brief
I'm not presenting you a
comment
conspiracy
on,
theory.
Dark
I'm
Journalist
presenting you
video, and
enough
he was
provable evidence
kind enough to respond to
couple
that. And he
with
gave a deep,
the already
not a,
provable
huge
lies that he
response, but
said
gave
in
a nice
Doxgate
paragraph response.
to get you to start questioning why people
Dark
want you to
Journalist
be
has made
wrong.
many good comments about the problems with Corey Good, issues that I agree with.
Let's just say this. What if the dox group didn't dox Joe?
Monetization, profitization, the marketing to kids. But what I'm not on board with is what happened during the Satanic Panic. I'm not on board with engendering thoughts and ideas that really are prejudicial.
There's still time left.
I want
What
Ward
happened?
to tell me how to get him into.
I'm
the
right
chat.
about this, CW.
Go ahead, play.
You definitely are not who you say you are. You do not have the past you say you had. So what does he say when he addresses the fact that these guys were friends with him for a good period of time before he became a debunker?
That I'm not coming out to try and defend Roger here. He's a person I've spoken to a handful of times on Skype. That was a long time ago. My current attempts to communicate with him or get him on the line have been largely fruitless.
He says they weren't friends and they only communicated a very slight bit. And he's gone on at lengths about his conversations with Roger Ramseur and Corey Good. So how do I find that, hear it for myself, and confirm it? I can't. He deleted it.
Was that it? Did it end like that?
No, I'll have to look. He had a black space before. Let me see. Hold on for a second.
I'm right about this, CW. You definitely are
I
not
was
who you say
assuming
you
that
are.
they're.
You do
I think they probably edited some stuff out, and that's why they just put black there.
Is he
not
married?
have the past you say you had. So what does he say
why,
when he
I don't think
addresses the
so.
fact that these guys were friends with him for a good period of time
You
before
looking?
he became a
You
debunker?
looking?
Because that's what you said. That's not what you said
He looks
most
like
recently.
Citizen Zone. He looks
Because
like
now that you
Danger
know
Man
you're
to me.
floating, now that you
Yeah,
know that people are
that's not,
following
though.
up and following
That's
your
for
arguments
sure.
and following your analysis and talking back to you, now your story sort of changes.
Anyway,
anyway,
you doxed him.
Oh, anyway, you doxed him because I said so.
Okay. Aim said.
This kid, I don't know why this kid right here, he's got like, I don't know, 30,000 subs. He's following me. I don't know why.
Who?
I think because I said something, this, I can't remember, what is his name again? Adam McIntyre? I defended James Charles like once because, someone made a comment. It's when I used to get a lot more notifications from, what's her name again? Jesus, I can't, Creepshow Art. And she was posting, it had to do with like when Jeffree Star and I think Shane Dawson and that whole thing that came out. And I was like, because I really don't like Jeffree Star at all. And I feel sorry for James Charles. I mean, I don't know all about this thing, but he seems like, I mean, from what I've seen some like, like little kind of, mini documentaries. They keep like, people keep doing that. What do they call it? When they fake like you're somebody catfishing him and like screwing with the kid because he's like, I guess he's trying to find somebody. And they just keep messing with this guy, and he like lost like a lot of subs, like 1 million subs. I don't know how many, but he lost a lot of subs.
Hold on, I'm sending Farrat a message.
Guys, I'm going to head out. Thanks for having me. Sorry,
Yep.
I couldn't contribute much, but yeah, thank you for having me, and congratulations, Little Red,
Yep.
on getting your
Thank you.
video restored, and keep up the good work. And yeah, I'll see you guys around.
Thanks,
Cheers.
ma'am.
Cheers,
Love
mates.
you.
Bye bye. Yeah.
Can we? Oh, okay. No,
Oh, you did
Captain
just
says,
hear.
can we hear a little bit of Golden Unicorn's voice? If the uni liability will heal my ears.
I wonder if she sings. I'm gonna ask her that next time.
She does seem like, have you seen? She seems like has a little bit of, she either did choir or something. Because I heard her like sing a little bit, like not trying to sing, but like little bits. And
Yeah.
her voice looks like it's trained a little bit.
Yeah.
Who?
Oh, okay. All right. So
Maya?
uncovering.
Maya?
So we solved the mystery here on uncovering hypocrisy. Says, oh my God, I just ran to the store and didn't lock my phone, and the baby had it. My daughter was like, Mom, Cassidy had your phone, and it wasn't locked. Something's was going on.
There we go. Case broken.
Yeah, first world problems. You know what I mean? Being a
Yep.
mommy, with that kind of phone.
That's hilarious.
It is. I thought it was too.
Blame the kid. Hashtag it's the kid's fault.
Yeah, throw the kid on the
sidelines and just seeing some of the nonsense. Only reason I even know of Unirock is through the Fango. I'm the one who
I like
suggested.
the Fango. All right, so
Yeah.
are you in the United States? Can I ask you that? You don't have to.
Yeah, I'm in New York.
Oh, I knew it. I've never been there.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah, I know, Joey. Every time you're talking about it, I relate to everything when you try to tell them about it. But but yeah, I just got introduced to him through the Fango. I think I sent the link over. I mean, I sent I guess a suggestion over the day that you guys got the Fango in here. I don't know if it was because of me or whatever, But
I don't
that's
know.
the only reason.
I think I fell asleep that night.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you weren't around for a couple hours.
Yeah, I think he held you down for a while until he had to go. But it's
Damn it.
just it's weird the path that people take to find some of you know different creators and stuff like that. Because I found the Fango through following political stuff that was going on at the time, like something that happened to a guy named I don't even know if I want to mention his name during your stream the way YouTube is, but maybe Joey knows about it. The guy worked for the Democrats. He got murdered in D.C. Around the
I know
time
what
of the
you're
last
talking about.
election.
Yeah.
All right,
Yep.
that whole situation, and I found the Fango through that. And then I just was, you watch YouTube every time, when you get a chance or whatever. I was checking on him, and then he got to be friends with Unirock. Then they kind of went their separate ways. I sent you a link for a video that the Fango did with Unirock called "What You Talking About, Unirock," and in the whole video, he proceeds to, talk about how people on Twitter are trying to hack him. The Fango just sitting there like, like whatever. He's trying, trying to play the video game with him, and Unirock talks like he knows about computers and all this other stuff. I don't really think he knows anything about computers or is any type of hacker or anything like that. But it's just a weird situation. And this thing with Steve, I found that thing through Steve by I seen Unirock. Sometimes I'm a strictly I think I just strictly hate watch him, or I just watch to wait for the time when he gets caught in the lies, or because it amazes me how some of those he has this like that dude Navy, like these people that really believe in him, or I feel like they all are in on the game. Like they can't really believe the shit he's saying. They probably just are in on whatever he's trying to do as far as his YouTube business or anything like that.
They want to be in with the cool crowd is basically kind of what it is.
Yeah, I think it is. And then that other young lady that you had on that was kind of like, I think Little Red kind of got fed up with her, the one that was begging him to be in the chat and stuff like that. And some people felt sorry for her, which I kind of did too, listen to her.
I do. I feel you're talking about the, oh man.
Yeah, I forgot her name, but if people have been.
Flossie.
No,
not Flossie. But people know if people been, because you seem to have the same people coming around all the time.
Like
I think
Cameras from his Discord, who's always asking to get in his Discord. I feel so bad. For that
one day,
girl.
Little Red was like, "Oh, I don't feel sorry for her no more. She's stupid,"
Yeah, because
I hear you. But I'm just wondering what type of life that she really has.
Jill.
Yeah. Because and the only reason I'm even around to even hear any of this because I got injured at work, so I've been home, listening to YouTube, keep myself busy, and then the COVID thing, and then I was gonna say I got put onto the Steve McRae thing through. I think I was skimming through something Uni was doing, but he was saying something about the Steve McRae situation. And I looked into it. I was like, oh, that's pretty fucked up. Oh, excuse my language, but that's pretty screwed up. The way the way that situation going down with the YouTube was interesting. The whole story about how the channel was taken and all the stuff like that. So then I was kind of poking in and out to see how that situation going. Then I just seen he just flipped out on Steve, and then I've been just just paying attention to see what the result will be or when this will come to a head. But I know at the end he's probably just going to walk away or something like that and act like it never happened. And the same thing I think happened with this situation with Chandler. And I found that those two situations, if you look at the interviews and the build up before they clashed, they were working like CW and Uni working together on the story. Then they had a fallout, and Uni wanted to go back and forth. The same MO he did with Steve, but it's just a repeat. So I think that's what he does. But that's why I sent it to you, just so you have reference and there's something to talk about. I think I tune in. I don't know about other people. I tune in to hear your perspective on this whole thing because Steve was kind of above the whole situation or acting like he was done with dealing with you and stuff like that. But I think you guys were kind of putting the screws to the people on the outside who are really just bullshitting in the whole situation.
You're amazing. Thank you for coming here and explaining a little bit.
Yeah, I had to figure out how to log on with a computer, not through my phone.
So, what about this whole?
I'll take a break for just a second. My dog's
Yeah, the whole Joe thing. Can you explain that a little bit? Like
I mean, I'm not too
Joe
familiar with.
account?
Yeah, I'm not too familiar with the. I think you said something. You mentioned something about it earlier, or something. Somebody mentioned something that that showed me that they have more details than me. I just know from an outline of the situation. Somebody.
Donor conspiracy was what they were saying.
Yeah, somebody had doxed this guy Joe from the Carolinas. I heard you talk about something about his job, might have did it or whatever the case was, but CW had accused somebody, and him and Uni were talking about that, and somehow he went on Uni's show. He told the same thing he did with Steve, like he's on his side or whatever. Then I guess I don't know exactly what happened, but somehow he twisted it to say that CW Chanter was the one who doxed this guy. And CW is telling him, that's my friend. Why would I do that? Where'd you get this from? And then Uni just did this, stonewalling and keep talking and no evidence type of thing. And, just kept it going. I think he just wanted to battle with this guy, go back and forth, get some views or whatever.
He needs a new antagonist as a, constant source for his, his videos, because he doesn't really, I mean, he can talk. You said you're from New York. So you hear, when I say that, that's when I do hear myself from being. When I say talk,
Yeah.
he could talk fairly well, but what he says has no substance.
Yeah, but Joey, he could talk really well if he's in a bubble.
Right.
If he's pressed on it by somebody who has, somebody who's not playing his game, it crumbles. That's why I think he keeps himself protected. But go ahead.
I'll give you two examples that you saw him fall apart, which was when he talked to when he talked to Steve during that whole night when he made his video. Steve did a counter to it, and he came in and he got all flustered. And then when he was trying to make up with Reds, he didn't want to lose his friendship with Reds. And he went on and talked to Reds. He was like almost begging him to be his friend and everything. It was like, he couldn't. You could see the desperation, and I don't know if that video still exists, but
Is that the one where he's talking to Red when he went on Red's channel to debate?
Yes.
Yeah, Reds was being nice to. In my opinion, I don't know Reds, nothing like that, but
yeah.
He kind of wiggles his way out of stuff when confronted. But certain people don't let him get away with it. Those are people that he kind of stays away from or makes a feud with. I don't think that he could, under pressure, because I don't know if Reds was being nice or if he didn't because at that time they weren't like enemies. Reds kept asking him, "Oh, what is your problem with Steve or something with Katie Joy?" Or and this is and throughout this whole situation, I came to appreciate what Steve does for in his channel with the philosophy, and I really like that type of stuff. The debates where you kind of stick it to people, because it seems like anybody who can talk regular, kind of talk with some kind of semblance of knowledge in something, is able to get followers on these platforms, which is weird. I mean, maybe it's not weird or whatever, but it's just I don't know if because of the way education system is or whatever the case is, but if you talk just a little bit of truth or something, you can sway people, get people to your side, and get people to like you as a person or your personality, whatever the case is. But I don't think that I think that some of that stuff, there's a time and place for it to be, shine some light on it so you don't sway people, in the wrong way. I don't see
a good con artist will always have a little bit of actual truth.
I have a couple things I need to read, or I will kill myself. War said, certainly came to Jason claiming Joe was doxxed, and Jason ran with the story without fact checking everything, Lil Red.
Yeah.
And then Keno, my girl Keno, said he's a sexy ass damn voice right there. So for Rat, meet Keno. let me introduce you to my friend.
He's replaced. He's taken Todd's place there.
Yeah, how you doing, Keno?
Woo,
But I got
he said
a
that all sexy like, didn't he, girl? He
yeah, I
does
got a
have a really
wife.
pretty voice. Oh,
I got a wife. She from Jamaica. She don't play that.
I'm
Because
sorry.
I was
Much respect. Sorry, Keno. You
gonna,
have to.
I was gonna compliment.
They don't play around,
it's
dude.
okay because she's got
I was
four.
gonna
They don't
give,
play around.
She's got
I was
four.
gonna give It's Just Chat a compliment.
Oh,
She got four
so
other
we can play
boyfriends.
with
It's
you
okay.
like play with that. But that
But I can't say too much of a compliment. I'll get in trouble. She's already wondering what I'm doing. She walked past me but she knows I'm talking to you guys. But she was like, and she just smiled at me because I
Don't
talked
make
to her
me get
sometimes.
arrested. Is what she talking about.
Yeah, I talk to her sometimes about the situation because I know you guys. A lot of people here with the interested in the Katie Joy thing and her. Even when you just look at it, like just watching it, somebody because I'm 100% from the outside on all these situations, but it's just interesting to watch. Then you kind of get into it and want to see come to a conclusion, and a good conclusion. It's kind of killing me the way this thing has been dragging on with Steve and
the NSS. Yeah, I can't believe it keeps going on.
Yeah, but like they said, they got the virus going on, stuff like that. So
that's it.
Yeah, but it's very interesting, and to me, it's kind of it'll kind of set a maybe like a precedent for later on. If this type of thing goes on again on YouTube, somebody just does some sneaky stuff like that, and it's amazing how strong these people are to actually get back on there and tell these same lies and stories, even though most people. Go ahead.
But you know that when Steve wins, I'm pretty sure he's going to win. I never say, never say never. You know what I mean? Anything can really happen. But when Steve wins, Uni's going to bury all of that content, just like he did his Unirock TV.
He's already sat down and shut the fuck up. What are you talking about? Has
Yeah, but I think he sat down.
Yeah, he got rid of like 3 million views,
But he scrubbed his other stuff when Fango made him look silly with the whole QAnon thing.
Yeah,
But Little Red is
you're old school. You're back before I was even involved for Rat. You are, because I don't even know what you're talking about. Some of it. So
the Unirock TV, his 37,000.
Yeah,
I mean, I kind of wanted to get like the Fango and maybe that CW guy, like get people on here together to just discuss.
That would be
just to bang it out, because DeFango one time had a show about it. He said, I think he talked about it with Steve, and Unirock TV channel. The reason why is got demonetized. I know Joey spoke about it before. I'm gonna repeat it, but he was cloning successful videos at the time that channel was around. For video, that's kind of like what he does now. He searches, he looks for a story that's hot, tries to jump it. Like it's kind of, when I was a kid in school, they tell if you want to be a reporter, don't make yourself part of the story.
Right.
It seems, how does somebody who goes from reporting on a story saying, "Oh, these guys and these guys are into it. These guys and these guys are into it." How does he now get into it with them and get on a side to where he's like, "Oh, the community, our community, or this community." Every time he gets into something, it's like he's talking to the whole community. That's not really his. And at the end, it's kind of like a carpet bag. He has to back up his stuff.
One of the things I find infuriating about him is he'll come in. I remember, like, people had been covering Onision for 3 weeks, and he came in and said, "I'm leading. I was the first one talking." And people have been talking about it for 3 weeks already, and he made it sound like everybody was copying his content because he was on the story first, when he never said a bloody thing about it. Until, like I said, it was the story was almost over by the time he decided to come in on it, but he just I set the trend, and when he talks about that his infamous Moab of Versus Mode Part 2 with its less than 8,000 views, and I've changed the whole internet, the whole YouTube community. Well, only 8,000 people have watched it, and I don't know of any channels that have shared this. Has this, have other channels been pushing it? I don't think so.
I learned some stuff too. I mean, like I said, I really appreciate y'all, your as people, your personalities, you know, this and you know, you could kind of, it's almost lines up as, you know, not to say it sound cheesy or whatever, but it seems to line up as good guys and bad guys, or good personalities and you know, weird personalities, where you could kind of tell by just looking sometimes, not even looking, but listening and seeing what people talk about. You know, you guys talk about, a lot of people here are family orientated, or some people are, you know, trying to do better with their lives, or just, you know, do something with themselves. And on the other side, it seems to be a lot of hidden stuff and things that are hidden. Because the whole thing with you know, I don't really. It is weird to me when I hear a bunch of men talking about the like Joey, the BJ you seen,
Little
whatever.
Red.
But yeah, no, Little Red, you're definitely doing your thing, because that's what I was going to say. You said, oh, he's hiding. I think he's hiding because of you. Like, you kind of shut him down.
Shut
if
up.
You didn't notice. Not all the way, but it's just that he's on a low right now. He's putting out some, you know, them videos or whatever on his main channel. But
well, what, like, remember you were talking about DeFango. DeFango came in the night that Jason did his people were trying to kill, you know, Kyle. And I remember seeing DeFango's face was like, you know, he's like, even for Jason, this is kind of like really out there.
Far out there.
Yeah, but he didn't have time. But he has a history with him that he could go through. And I sent Little Red, I sent you also, Joey, some links. But they used to play games together, whatever, for hours. But slowly but surely, like the one I sent you, where it's like, oh, it's only like a half hour. I wish you could pull it up now, because it starts off from the beginning.
Which one is it? Because the one that we showed was 11 minutes, and the rest that I sent him were like 5 hours and 3 hours.
Well, is there something that I could put the link right now from YouTube?
Send it to me, and I'll send it to him.
Yeah.
Send it to your Twitter.
Yeah.
All right.
Yo, Little Red, what are you gonna do? You got 3 New Yorkers on your panel now.
Woo! I'm gonna move to New York.
Are you from New York too?
Oh yeah, from the BX, man.
Okay. I work out there. I do construction out there. I got hit with a sledgehammer in my leg.
Oh my God!
So I've been out from the winter, but I'll probably be back soon.
Nice.
You know,
right.
I just been chilling out.
I'm just going to tell you.
Let me know. Like, maybe I get in touch. My friend is actually a shop steward, and you know, for the unions over there. So I don't know.
Yeah, I could definitely use that.
Yay. I'm gonna tell you. I know you're married and all, and I respect your wife and love her. Look, BJ Comic Nut is my internet husband, but I love his wife because she tells him to help me out on my YouTube because I respect marriages. But you have got some women up in my chat with your voice. They're like, ooh,
thank you.
Todd's
thank
gone.
You to everybody.
They're like, Todd's gone, but who's this?
So I'm from the Castle Hill area. I don't know if you know where that's at.
Yeah. I work over there. I work right over there.
Well, I grew up in Castle Hill Projects.
I love when people in my chat,
and like in the Stevenson area and all that, like Stevenson Commons, Monroe, that whole area. So when people come at me, I'm like, dude, I grew up with worse, man. Get up out of here, man.
You know where Yonkers is at, right?
Of course, yeah.
That's where I'm from.
Yeah. I see. Yeah, another warrior.
No, I'm just kidding.
But I
used to work in Riverdale. So that's where the studios, where I used to work.
I mean, it's hard to explain to people who ain't from here. When they come here, they go to, maybe Times Square or something, but you got to, like, get out of there and go.
Yeah.
No, I want to see that. I see that on TV. I want to
go. Just walk into any project. That's what you got to do.
Yeah, like I grew up in the projects in my state. I want to go, like, home wherever, in that state, if that makes sense.
I mean, when I was young, back in the day when I used to smoke weed, I used to go into the city. That's where I used to go, by the GW in Yonkers, and that's where I would get, that's where I'd go to Yonkers to get my weed.
Yeah. But let me say hello or what's up to Todd too, because I like when he's on here with y'all. I know he's been, I don't know, busy or something, or maybe he's
you're working a lot, yeah.
Maybe Little Red breaking his heart. I don't know.
I think that night shift to day shift differential
messed up his sleep pattern because I haven't
His
heard from
Cadian's
him.
rhythm, yeah, it's all
Yeah,
screwed up.
he passed out one time. I was
Takes a few
listening to
weeks.
y'all on the stream, so he's working, man. You know.
Yep.
But I appreciate sometimes like something I was happy to hear was when you had Miss Fluffy Butt on here.
Oh, I miss her.
Oh man, yeah.
But
she's
she
gone.
had some like nuggets that kind of
Oh
put
man.
like a clear focus on what you kind of
Everything.
dealing with. Like when she said that his mom sued him for child support and all this other crazy shit.
Yeah.
You know, that's
I
kind of
miss
like
her, man.
everybody goes through something. Yeah, I was hoping that she came on and was going to do some more, but I guess she's, I guess she don't really want to, hurt this dude like that or whatever. But
No, you know that Keon got her account whacked from Twitter.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because she was the one who found his Pinterest.
Are you
and
Yes, and put out the Pinterest with all that craziness. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And he took credit for it. He took credit for it on Pinterest.
Yeah.
So, I mean, on Twitter.
On Twitter, yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Are you
But she just showed. Man, I'm sorry, Little Red.
I'm sorry. Are you going to send me that link of that 30-minute video?
Okay, I'll send it right now. I mean, you don't really gotta watch the whole thing. I mean, I was just trying to juxtapose.
We can play it on time and a half like we did mine. Because I hate my voice. So whenever I play a video or I watch it back the next day, I always do double time because these little country girls talk slow. So I always...
that's another thing. Like that, you guys' voices are so like it's sweet to hear, man. Like
I hate mine. Oh my God.
You and I, as New Yorkers, we like that. I don't know. I like that.
Yeah, I know Joey. I'll be hearing Joey. I'm like, man, he's just like in the middle of all that fluffy talk. You know, he just riding it like he always been there. But and Joey works hard for the show.
So my voice doesn't annoy the hell out of you? Like it does?
No.
It sounds like violins or like a cello playing.
I'm telling you because like we're being, I guess, me and War. I mean, Ferret. How do you say Ferret? Is it?
Yeah, let me explain that name too. The name, I like when people say Free Rat. I guess it's Free
Rat.
Rat. When YouTube
That's what I
started,
say for a rat.
I was signing up and I just pressed whatever I could press on the screen, just to put a username or whatever, and that's what came up. And I just, I just kept it on there.
But we don't hear that much from where we are, so I like it when I hear real Southern girl talking, and
I know I hear Spanish all day, so it's like it's a fresh breath of fresh air to hear, especially country.
I noticed that too.
Yeah.
No, you didn't. I did.
Yeah.
We can't hear.
Too,
yeah, we can't hear you. War. I mean, Free Rat.
No, I'm here. I just stopped for a second, so I
could.
He's
looking me a link to send.
Yeah.
He's busy.
Okay.
Leave him alone.
No, I kept seeing his. I kept seeing. Oh, probably because I'm looking at the live stream. I was looking at his thing going, and I didn't see him saying anything.
There's a delay there.
Yeah. Got to go to Meet to make sure that to see what I'm.
All right, Little Red, it's in there.
And I don't. I was gonna say I don't know if Comic knew about this, but was it yesterday or I think yesterday, right? Or was it the day before? She picked up two $25 patrons.
Nice.
And two
$10
patrons. Okay.
She's kicking ass.
I feel terrible, though.
Nope, don't feel terrible. You're doing a good job.
I don't understand that. Why?
So, hey, Veronica says that she is. This is to me and to Free Rat. I grew up partly in Washington Heights, and I was living on 125th and MLK when Obama was elected. Crazy.
Yeah, I mean that's another thing. Like I like when Joey talks his politics thing. You know, if you guys do a network, I mean not during Little Red Show, of course, but I could see. I would love to chop it up with Joey sometime about some of the things.
Totally down.
Yeah, sure. I'm thinking
Joey's
of doing
channel.
some stuff.
We're trying to get Joey. We're gonna mutate and migrate, and Joey's going to start a channel, and I cannot go 7 days a week for the rest of my life because I'm sleepy. I'm a sleepy old lady. So
I want to talk to Joey too about politics.
I don't want to talk politics on my channel ever at all.
No, that's good. I think
So
it should be
Joey needs
either
to do some
or
Joey
neither.
and Unirock stuff on
Yeah.
his channel, and
Yeah.
everyone that says to me needs to go over there. But he better
Yeah.
not go on the same night as me. Just
No, what I
we'll take
figured
turns.
is,
Cause
what
he's
I
up for
figured is,
he don't
yeah,
sleep.
I'll go on at like 6 o'clock when I know, because you don't get home till 7:30. Don't go on till 8. I'm gonna try and keep it to like just like 2 hours, so it's not, you know what I mean. I'm
Oh
gonna try
yeah.
and, it's a 2 hour
But I
stream, and
want
that's
to come there
it's gonna be
too.
a
So
2 hour
don't
stream.
don't
Oh yeah.
don't don't block me out
Okay.
so I can't be there ever.
Okay. Well,
Even
we'll
though
have to make some certain days, and make sure that
just the days I'm off work when you go early, I'll come on.
yeah.
But I'll
Because I still
definitely.
want to. I enjoy this, so I don't want to not come on, because if I start doing stuff, I don't not want to come on here. You know what I mean? So I
Oh
still
no,
want to produce for
no,
you.
you're
You know
here,
what I mean?
bro. You're fam.
Okay.
You're little red band fam.
It's just weird how different worlds collide. But the thing with that Katie Joy, that woman, she
It's crazy.
her and Unirock's little partnership or whatever, and then the way it's so blatant that there's nobody, and it, like it's like you see because Unirock is trying to do what everybody said he's gonna do, like not trying, but he's I don't know if he's trying to ease into it where he's trying to just flip out on her, and he's planned to do
it's coming. It's coming. Yeah, it's coming.
he planned to do a criticize her that night, the night before, that weekend when he canceled that show. But Kyle wasn't with it. It's my opinion, because Kyle didn't come
I can
on.
see that.
And then the next time when they did do that show, trying to trash those two young ladies, Kyle was itching to get out of there. Like, you ever with somebody and just rushing them
they
through
want to
something?
leave.
Yeah, like they beg you to come help them move or some crazy stuff. And you're like, let's go. I don't want to do this. And they try to show you, look at my, I don't want to see that thing. Just put it down. Let's go get the next box. That's how he was kind of like doing it. He's like, I want to get out of here. You know what I'm saying? But he probably just did it because that's his only like real, his buddy, somebody he could just jump on and just let him say what he got to say. Because the way he did the 180 where he just, criticizing these two people, him and KJ.
And now they're best friends.
And now everybody's like snakes in the basket, snakes in the basket together. And everybody else on the outside kind of has a good feeling about what's going to be the outcome, but they want to watch and see if these snakes start biting each other.
Oh, it will, man. You're gonna see one snake tail out of the other snake's
It's going
mouth.
to be nasty too. It's going to be nasty.
And we're gonna sit back and watch this shit just unfold.
I saw the way that he talked about Nate, and you know what I mean, because I know that. You know what I mean, he doesn't talk. I don't want to call the guy. You know what I mean. I'm not going to say he's racist. I'm not going to say that, but he attacked those two guys, Nate and Dreg, in a way I'd never seen him attack anybody else. And I've never seen him call anybody else a career criminal.
Yeah, but I like the way that you're quick to see that, or very astute to see that out of all them people, the one that he still tries to like kiss their feet but doesn't, like kicks them in the face at the same time is Drag.
Dragnot. Oh man, I
don't
I know Drag.
I got mad respect for him. I know
I don't
he
know
hates Steve,
anything
but
about drag at all. I don't.
Yeah,
know
I don't know him to respect him. I sent him a few comments when he was in Uni's stream a couple of times or whatever, and he seems like who he is. He seems like who he is. Everybody seems to kind of have some little semblance of respect for him, but I don't respect that he put out them private messages from Steve or whatever.
I didn't see any of that. I didn't know. Oh, did he?
He put out some recordings. He gave it to Uni, and then they were playing it all night, laughing. And Steve was, like, look, I had a little bit of a hard time, or something was going on, but it sounded like something you would send to a friend or be talking. And then what's the weirdo stuff where you call people, and every time you call somebody, they press record nowadays? Like,
yeah.
It seemed like it was a show. Maybe it was a show. I don't know. But if it was a show, I don't know why you had to put it out like that.
Farah, are you familiar with Lala? Lala Tay, the one who does the videos of me interviewing, of KJ interviewing me, the girl that does the TikToks.
Oh yes.
She's in the chat. She's in the chat.
All right, how you doing?
What's up?
She's funny.
I asked her, could I send her a link?
Yeah, man, she's always those. I watched those videos with y'all, and then after I got off,
they're the best.
and I clicked on them myself. But yeah, they
Yeah,
they're
so
funny.
if Greg did that, I'm not down with that. I didn't know because I don't watch. He does a lot of that, G-Man and Shanny, and I'm not really into that at all, really.
Yeah, but when they had that fake great debate community, that woman Demi, or that she put out.
Anti-ordinary.
I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan.
Drag was over there, and they had some guy talking. They said, if you're a Steve fan, or Steve sympathizer, you want to come in and talk, come talk to us. So they did like a meet like you guys are doing. Well, I think they had it on Discord. And the guy came in, he kind of broke it down, and I kind of felt what he was saying, because I heard Drag one time say it. He said it like through his teeth, like, oh, I used to have that seat that Chess has. See, like these guys really, really miss Steve. Like it's a thin line between love and hate type of thing.
Right.
Jealous.
And one guy came in, he said, listen, I'm not a big fan of Steve. I'm not, whatever, but I just see what's right from wrong. And there's one thing about it. He said, when I listen to those guys and I listen to you guys, he said, they just forget about what they're talking about. They just seem like more better people, like nicer people than you guys. You guys over here saying how Steve is this and that, but you guys over here kind of like, nasty in your personalities and your ways, and you're always flipping on each other. Like, the proof is in the pudding. That's why people have gravitated away from you guys for whatever reason. I'm not too up on the whole thing of the great debate community with Steve, but it seems pretty cut and dry. He had a channel that he called the Great Debate Community, and then these other guys kind of try to put it on him like, oh, he stole our community. He just made, all you guys got to do is do like Demi did. Make a channel called Great Debate Community and see if it flies. Demi's did. Others flew into the ground, blew up. It's not there no more. So now,
but what
everybody.
It is how can one man steal a community? Because
he did it. He said he made $13 or something off it, so he didn't steal any money from these people.
No, what I mean is, if they feel that they were what made the community, they could just make a new one without Steve. But see, they
can't do it without Steve.
Right.
Like the same thing with Kyle talking about, oh, I did the music and I did it. And somebody, I think it was you, made a good analogy. If I had a brick and mortar store,
right?
You did my mannequins. You did the music that plays above the head, but everybody came in to get the product that I sold. And then, why would I? Yeah, how could I?
You're billing your partner all that money.
Yeah, how could I
and
pay all my money to you because of what you did with the window dressing and because of the mood music? All right, that doesn't seem right. And then the
what it is, and the evidence is that their biggest views was when Aaron Ra was on, or Mr. Atheist. So it was dependent on the guest, if it was a big channel guy, or the topic was something that is a popular topic.
You're right. And then they say, oh, he tore down his business. If he really wanted it back, he wouldn't have he didn't tear down the business. The same analogy. If I had a brick and mortar store and everybody saw that you tried to steal it and you locked me out of the store one day because I gave you the keys and you locked me out.
Exactly.
And the whole neighborhood said, we're not supporting this store until he comes back. That's what happened. That's what happened.
Mm-hmm. Kyle got killed. I mean, I witnessed it. I remember, and I got to admit, I'll give him a little credit for one thing, is that he was going to do an answer video to the NSS after the night of that all that crap happened, and he left the chat open for like 2 weeks, and people just were. I was in there for like that whole time, and that's where I talked to Dave McGinnis. I talked to Bull for the first time, and they were telling the whole thing about because I just kept asking questions like how does this so like Kyle takes credit for all this stuff. No, Dave McGinnis did a lot of the actual artwork and would fix the artwork for him, and what I mean, like so Kyle makes it sound like he did everything. No, he didn't do everything. He had a lot of help from people who were into the NSS. So they did it not for Kyle, but for the NSS.
I construct a big stage and I open the curtain every night. I play the music and I say, a star of the show is Joey, and you come out, you're the star of the show. Steve, they keep saying, oh, he came there to just sit down and talk. It's a talk show, isn't it? It's some kind of philosophy talking about stuff show. And he seemed to be the man in that arena as far as, not being able to, philosophy seemed to me to be people talking to each other, expressing ideas, exchanging ideas, and then, but you have to get out the people who are, like, I think he calls it a dishonest interlocutor, somebody who basically knows they're lying, know they're BSing, but keeps trying to push the point. Because when somebody proves you wrong, how I see it, that's a gift. You learn something. To fight it over some kind of thing in your ego or whatever, it's going to be a detriment to you. And in order to learn, you got to be wrong, and then you got to appreciate. That's why it's called being enlightened. Somebody
God. I've got somebody in the chat with some damn sense. Oh my God. Like,
yeah, it's true,
exactly. Man. You've got to be able to take criticism or someone's other opinion that's not exactly like yours.
Yeah, you need to step out of the echo chamber.
You can't be Katie Joy. You can't be Unirot.
Yeah, before the multimedia thing, that's how humans developed the way we are. It's from talking to each other, going through ideas, flushing them out. You know, and these are people who got time to do that. You know, everybody thinks we're so advanced now. You know,
we're stupider now.
Yeah, now back then
they just said stupider.
They were more up on human behavior because that's what they studied all day. They looked at each other, they interacted with each other. It wasn't as much separation as there seems to be nowadays.
Well, like I used, my career was in photography, and if you couldn't take criticism, you better not be doing what I was doing, because it's a creative field and not everybody's going to like what you do. And like I said, I remember there was a guy, his name was Fred Town, and I picked his brain for like years, like 2 years. I would go over to his house, we'd hang out, have a couple of drinks. I would, show him some of my work. He would be criticized, you know what I mean? He would give me his criticism, and I sought him out. I wasn't like, oh, well, this guy was criticizing what I do, so I'm not talking to this guy. Like, how am I going to get any better if I don't listen to somebody tell me what, because he was much more experienced than I was. Mm-hmm. He was doing it already, good 25 years. And this is when I was just starting. I mean, I remember my first job. I went out, because I used to do school photography. And I went out with one photographer one day with him, and he was an interracial couple, him and his wife, and we went out. I saw what he did. They gave me a list of 150 pictures. That these are must-have pictures, and they're like, "You're working next week. Go." And that's how I started.
Yeah, you gotta be a follower, then you could be a leader. I guess that's how it goes.
Hell yeah.
That's well said, man.
I see you guys got the video up, but watch when it starts and see how see the first thing Unirock asks Defango how I guess you guys gonna stop and break it down or whatever.
No, we probably won't. But you know what?
You're gonna break it down.
You know what? You're gonna break it down. But you know what he's waiting for, right?
Well, hold on. Let me get the speed going.
Tell me when you're. He's waiting for Lil Red to say, "Let's listen."
Let's listen.
Twitter's actually being they're trying to log into my Twitter account.
Look at Defango.
They took my email. You know how if I knew your email was defango@gmail, I could go try to log into your Twitter. Mm-hmm. Basically, that's what some people are trying to do, and talking about different things that people have been speaking about lately.
Oh, nice, man. Well, what's up?
I know, right?
What's up? What can I do you for?
I didn't know if you had any good information for me, bro. Anything to update us with?
Since the last time that I gave you guys information? No, I don't think so, really. I mean, I've just kind of been chilling out. Cool. I mean, I sent some information. I sent a whole lot of information over to what's called Pobasek. And I say the exact same information to Pobasek and the guy from the Daily Beast.
All right, can I say something?
Did a guy from?
Yeah, stop,
let me
Joey.
Text it to you or something. All right.
Whenever you want him to stop, you just say stop.
Yeah.
All right.
We acting like we're acting like rednecks around here. You just say stop it. Just stop.
I don't want to abuse Joey. Sometimes you guys be on here and be like, Joey, stop it. Hey, Joey, what are you doing?
That's the biggest criticism I get, that I abuse Joey. I get that.
You guys are brother and sister. And I want to say hello to Miss Dottie too. I know she's not here, but she's really like
wise. Really good.
She's wise, and she's like a level head in the room all the time. And she always like, come on, guys, let's go, or let's do this, or you guys stop fighting. But and when she talked about athletic history, like playing, like you never know what people do, and it, you know, what people,
Her
the
b-ball, right?
lives, the lives that, because I used to play basketball,
She's tall as fuck.
you know, people's lives and what they've been through and what they do, because just from talking to listen to, I would have never known that she was an A1 college basketball player. You know, that's not like,
isn't that
that's
amazing?
That's not something little.
Yeah.
If people know, you have to be skilled to get to that level. It's not
Division
high
one,
school ball.
A1, yeah, for sure.
So she
Just
knows how to do her thing.
Even to make it as a female to any division college basketball.
Well, it's a female division, but she was in Division 1, which is, you know, that's a big deal.
That story that she told.
If she got accepted at a beginner level, I don't know what divisions mean, but to get accepted to a college team is amazing. She's amazing.
Division 1 is the highest division in, like, so the best female college basketball players, she played with the best.
Yeah, some of the people she probably played with in WNBA. And hello to Brandon, man. I love when Brandon's on here, man. In first beginning shows, man, that made it classic, man.
He's here. Is he muted?
Oh, he's always on point. Yeah. I mean, yes, Brandon. How you doing? Nice to meet you.
Hey, man, we haven't even figured. This is the first time I met you. What's up, dude?
As long as he don't talk about scissors, he can be here.
Your mom.
I wanted to point out that you know, I can't remember Exploratory Minds. I don't know if you know that guy. But what it is I remember I watched one of his videos critical of Unirock, of Jason, and we talked a little bit, you know, because he's a little off, you know, his delivery is off. And he came back to me and says, that's okay. It's all right to be, you know, a little bit off. And I like that, you know. And so he posted this list. It was, you know, it's, you know, a playlist of, and it had a whole bunch, it had a bunch of CW Chanter stuff in it.
That might be that playlist. It's called Unirock Shit Pile, I think.
And I remember I watched it because that's why I remember watching CW Chanter like probably like 6 months ago or something like that.
Yeah, that's why I think I got it from.
It's got a lot of good. I remember watching the one with the Fango, and he's looking at his, you know, he's got his his smartphone, and he's scrolling down, and he's listing off Jason's crimes. He's like, oh, this and this.
Yeah. He does like.
You've seen that one, right?
Yeah, he was pinning at him. Yeah, he's getting at him every once in a while. That's after they broke or whatever. But you see in this little thing in the beginning, he immediately asked the Fango, "Let me get some. You got some info?" You know?
Yeah.
It's like, God damn! From the last time I just gave it to you, you know, excuse my language, but it's like, you know, I just, you know, and then it, you know, it proceeds to go on. But he's complaining about somebody trying to hack his Twitter and all this other stuff, and you know, the Fango is just kind of like, and then, but the funny thing is, he asked him for information, all this other stuff. The next day, I think, if I'm wrong, I guess the Fango correct me sometime. But the next day, he did an interview with the late Isaac Cappy, the guy that passed away.
Can you elaborate who's that? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
No, he's an actor that got into the.
Oh yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. He
was a young guy too. He's only like, you know, in his like 30s.
Yeah, suicide. I think it was last summer or whatever. But he the next day he did it. And the Fango had an interview with him, you know, while he was still alive. Yeah, so he had some stuff, but he wasn't, you know, he keeps stuff under his sleeve sometimes or whatever. But I guess it was smart for him not to give this guy any information. Like, go get your own information.
So you're talking about Etika?
No. It's
Fango. No. The guy.
He was like a rap. It's like rap, some kind of rap. But he was an actor, right?
Oh, he's an actor. He was an actor. He was in some quirky movies. He's a big, tall guy, but he got into the thing of something with the pizza gig. I shouldn't even say that word on it. Right. He got into that thing, and he got into you know, accusing people of stuff. You know, Hollywood people, like the Hollywood side of that whole thing. That's what he was doing, and then you know, but he had issues.
I watched one of the videos from that playlist, and I got into the comment section, and I got into this guy who is he was really into the actor that you're talking about, and he was talking about a lot of conspiracies, and
Yeah. He started going down that road towards the end of his life or whatever.
Right.
Yeah, but he had some issues.
He was only like 32 or something like that. Really young guy.
But a lot of Hollywood, a lot of them young guys, especially with all these pills going around today, they got access to a lot of things, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, that was his problem. But
right.
But the day after this,
he got canceled, right? Wasn't that the thing? Like before he committed, so didn't he get canceled?
Well, yeah, but he was going around stepping, I guess, on a lot of toes or making a lot of accusations about people and what they're doing and children and things like that. So, but he was out there. But,
I mean, which has been going on in Hollywood since the inception. You know what I mean? There are a lot of freaky people.
Yeah. And then there's people that are hungry to make it. That's what happens.
Yeah, that's it. And, that's the way it goes. All right, so, Red?
Let's listen.
I sent your phone a text message. Did that have to get a hold of you from that agency, I'd call it, or media company? I don't know what to call it.
What's my phone? Let me find my phone.
I think his last name is this.
Remember when Jason
really?
stole
I wanted to ask you if you've had anybody fucking with you the last couple of days, like your accounts. I know that you had your Pastebin hacked and other things happened, but I didn't know if anything else had come out.
Not really that much, other than the Pastebin, basically. I mean, I've had people try to log into my email accounts and stuff, but I have two-factor authentication put onto most stuff. Although I keep telling people, don't use the SMS version of that. Make sure you have like an authenticator app or something, because people can get what you call SS7 access, and if they can get SS7.
So I just want to point out because I just found out about this when I bought XSplit, because I had to use it. So I'm going to start using that instead of just having. So just to educate a little bit, or because we were talking about people getting doxxed and stuff like that. You can get an app that it's like an authenticator, and it either reads like one of those codes on the screen, or it actually goes to this application. It doesn't go just straight to as an SMS message. So someone can't just get hack into your thing. Let me just pull it up really quick so I can tell people, just in case, you know what I mean? Because it always helps to. It's called Jesus. What is? It's Google. Oh, Google Authenticator is what it is.
Yeah.
Just a little.
What's that?
Something called Google Authenticator. You can look into it.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Have an access, they can intercept your SMS, basically, so they can impersonate you. And I know a few people out there that keep on emailing me, telling me that that's going to happen. Some email address called Hellfire, as it were.
Hellfire. Where have I seen that in the last 2 days?
Have you been getting a lot of messages from it?
No, I've seen it.
It's like something that I've been getting in my Proton mail. Like, this person will send me blast an email, and then they've been talking all kinds of man shit too. It's been great. I don't know who they are, but they suck ass. Although they kind of made it seem like they were a British person who was a writer named Michael Gettings. I think it's actually the guy from what do you call it? Fuck. The first guy that ever wrote a Cicada article for Wired or something. So what are you up to?
Oh, dealing with these trolls, trying to identify if it's the person I think it is. I think I know.
The Titan? Who's the Titan? That's what I wanted to know. Are you going after Goas?
No, it's just this big name I have for the whole deal that's going on. Just my way of painting a picture with anime.
Have you ever heard of Cois's blood?
What is it?
I think it's Cois. Have you ever heard of that?
Nah, nope. No, the Titan thing comes from an anime show. I don't remember the name of it. The Titan. Titan. It's not Titanfall. It's just an anime. I don't know what you call it.
It was something that they used in Cicada last year. I can't remember exactly it, but there was Goas's blood rains upon mortal men or whatever. But Goas was the Titan of questions or whatever. So I was just kind of wondering if that's why you named it.
Spell it.
I'm trying. I'm Cois.
Okay. So
let me see if I can find the presentation. So it's a presentation.
DeFango gets a bad rap because he's a really smart.
Don't tell me you're also being attacked, Lunar. What happened with you?
I don't
Attack
know.
on Titan. Thanks, Ozzy.
Who he gets a bad rap from? I mean, I know he gets people hating on him or whatever. But he seems to show a bunch of things. Even with this other guy, the Unicuck or whatever. If these people, it's not only their fault, because some people have to conform to their environment, YouTube, for you to call yourself like a truth buster or conspiracies. You'll probably get your channel taken down or something happens. So what you get left with is what you're left with. People talking about what they talk about. I mean, if Uni Rock had a little bit more
intelligence,
I guess intelligence, or just a little bit of your own swag, like your own ideas or something unique that he can really do instead of this thing that he's kind of doing, because it kind of seems like low rent, slimy type of thing that he's doing, and it's not even like the because even with the thing that KJP does, like talking about celebrities and this and that, there's a lot of channels that do that or whatever, but going the extra step when you're trying to harm these people that you see, like these celebrities, for whatever reason there is, having cops involved, like what makes you, just report on it. People will take care of the people will take care of their own, problems. Society.
But then she couldn't play the victim if she doesn't interject herself and then lay out a plan of action to where at the end she plays the victim to be able to motivate her viewers to either number one, subscribe, or to send her money. Then she's got nothing, because there's a million of people who do what she does and way better.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of
but she plays up that whole victim. I'm a victim. And her viewers just lap it up.
But she's found her niche. That's her niche. People who want to help needy individuals is her niche.
But I think these people I think they underestimate themselves, like what they could do. They like once they get a little bit of, I guess, income or revenue, they're so desperate not to lose that, instead of trying to make sure they get it in a clean way. Not all money is good money.
Exactly. Farad, do me a favor. If you watch my channel and I ever become complacent like that, call me out on that shit, man. Call me out. Tell me, yo, dude, you are sucking ass right now. You need to do something to change. You need to get better. For real, man.
Just imagine, like I found your channel too through this whole thing, with Beast Boy. I think the first time Beast Boy showed up in this issue with Katie Joy, because that situation was scary also, where she's calling the police on people, or telling people, calling to the police if you're this and you're that, on whoever the guy is. I don't know, who that guy is, who her and Beast Boy got into it over, the situation where she was following that Sanders Kennedy dude's story or whatever.
Right.
But just to put a point on it, if Uni Rock had, let's say he just did things the straight way, the real way. Let's say he was riding with Steve. Steve when it actually let in Unirock into this, because I guess Steve just thought, hey, it's another channel or another outlet for me to get this story out, what's going on, on my channel, this and that. Somebody seems to be supporting me. But I think that's how he does things, Unirock. He'll mention it. Oh, did you know this situation? This situation, I hope that situation works out. These people do this and these people do that. And he seems to do that until, like, oh, hit these people up on Twitter and say that you heard it from me or whatever like that, until the person hits him up. They think he's on his side or whatever. But let's just say he played it straight, where he said he stayed with Steve on Steve's side. He didn't make the 180 because Steve embarrassed him, because he embarrassed Steve the night before with his lies or whatever. Right. Steve confronted him. And what if he just sucked it up?
That was the same night. It was all the same night, actually.
Yeah, and if you watch that, like towards the end, Steve says, he's talking to him cool, but he said straight up, I'm not going to give you any more information. And Unirock was like, I don't care. I don't need it. But but you could tell. You could tell that he was
saying
hurt.
to Jason. He goes, "Look, Jason, I know you do it for money." He got so upset about that. That Steve said he did it for money, which is not a bad thing.
Through that whole conversation, he was cutting off Manya.
Yeah.
I want to say hello to her too. Shout out to her. She was trying to explain. He was talking over her, and then he kept acting like he didn't understand what they were saying. He kept acting like he didn't understand that they were saying.
Yeah, you think you were saying before, my mic, my Wi-Fi, whatever.
Not even that. Those are tactics that he uses. If you listen to any of his debates, he uses that all the time. Where he'll say, "Oh, my mic is out. Oh, oh, Rachel, can you connect me? Or can you mute it? Tell them I'm coming back. Oh, God, okay, I'm back. You guys hear me? Like, it's a diversion thing. That really happened to your thing. You don't got to say all that. Just wait till they fix it.
Just
Whatever.
just let me say something very quickly. War clarified it for me. I looked up. The guy's name was Cappy, and that's the guy we're talking about.
Isaac Cappy, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
But that was the but you can just tell when he's BSing, but it's just that people are respectful. Like they don't want to just, especially if Steve wasn't trying to shit on him that day, he was trying to talk some sense into him. But if he had just, he started to get frustrated at the end. But if somebody says, shut the hell up or get to your point, or what are you trying to say? Because he'll say a whole bunch of things around it, like, these guys are doing this. Oh, I'm not talking about you, but I'm trying to be cool. But it's just that, I'm just saying that you just, might looks like this, and he'll just like string things out and string it out, and then he comes to like not say nothing at all. It's like a bale of cotton, nothing in the middle, So.
I never heard that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess you guys could play.
Red.
She might have. I think she said she had she's dead.
Oh, okay. Okay, so let it roll.
Thanks for responding. Yep.
Let's listen.
So here's what's happening. Basically, okay, anonymous guys are messaging me, of course, wanting to put my DMs up on your screen, bro. And I'm like, yeah, okay, I'm getting trolled, but someone told me a certain person was going to do this. So I'm wondering if it is them. I don't know if I should say their name because it'd be throwing them under the bus, but hold on, I'll tell you, but I'm not going to say it on air. Hold on.
I was just going to say, I probably already know what you're talking about.
Hold on, I'm going to mute me, but you'll still hear me. Here we go. So I was told that 0 Hour was going to try to bait me and, try to get on my, try to troll me or whatever. And then this one dude messages me this morning and is trying to get on my screen. So,
hey, you haven't like opened any weird attachments or anything?
PDFs I think they can still hear you though, just so you don't say his name.
Yeah, no, I was like, you haven't opened any PDFs or attachments or anything because
of course not.
Who you're talking about has been seen putting out like keyloggers and things on stuff, and tracking cookies and shit. So I would just be really careful.
No, I don't open any files. But what's strange is the person that I just told you about. Like that I was warned about maybe 2 days ago, you had said something about before, so I just thought I'd get your opinion, basically.
Yeah, I would say that'd be it. But the thing is there's we got to remember that it's not just going to be one person; it's going to be multiple people because they work in a group. So if that person,
that dude does, the dude you're talking about.
So that dude does. So like what I'm saying is that you're going to be getting, it from him, his friends. They can hear what's it called? You can be getting it from him, his friends, all that shit.
Oh no, because the dude just told me to put my
the name
DMs on my screen.
Bro. The name is Coeus. Coeus from Greek mythology. Coeus was the Titan, the giant son of basically Gaia and heaven and earth, Uranus and Gaia. And he was in Roman mythology. His name was Polus. And basically, if you think about this, I did a video a long time ago about this particular guy. But he's like the god of questions, bro.
Oh, well, I'll have to.
Yeah. He's the son of Uranus and Gaia, and it says, he and his brothers conspired against their father, laying in ambush as he descended on the earth to lie. 4 of his siblings proposed to the quarters of the world when they seized, held him fast, while Coeus...
I will be right back. You guys kind of hold the fort. I'll let it run. But I got to take care of a little business, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm here.
Castrated him Cronus castrated him with a sickle.
Okay. Wow.
I was just wondering. I was like, if you're fighting any Titans, this one, and you're going after Q, this one would be a good one.
Oh, the Q thing, man, it's done. It's been passed off. The CBAC is the guy now, I suppose. But I never tell me how to say his name out loud, please. So I stopped saying it. Pobasek. Okay. Pobasek. I'm gonna have to train that into my mind. So
Unirock, like, how do you think that you feel
So
like
they, what was going on in the video actually?
Well, Unirock is calling about to tell the Fango how somebody is trying to hack into his Twitter.
Yeah, I heard that part. Okay.
But the way that he explains it,
did me muting that work?
yeah, that's good.
That's fine.
That's great.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Not really missing too much right now.
He had to run out
But
for a second.
yeah, he's
I'll be right back.
he's telling them how somebody tried to hack into it or whatever. And he basically says, "Oh, they got my email, so they're just guessing passwords or whatever." But you'll see as it goes on, that the Fango gets more and more tired of talking to him about that. Like, you could tell that this dude's like overreacting and or either full of shit. And then a couple of times you'll see, like the Fango just did for a second a while ago, where Unirock just keeps blabbing over him. He just kind of like, shuts him down, like talks over him because you know, you have to sometimes with that dude.
Yeah. So this is the Fango's video, or is this Uni's?
No, this is the Fango's video.
Okay.
I guess but the title of it is, you know, what you talking about, Unirock, because
it's kind of like throwing a jab at him.
Yeah, throwing a definite jab at him.
Okay, I'm gonna.
But this was, you know,
I'm gonna unmute him.
Does Uni not understand that this is actually a jab at him and
No, this was I think he put this out like this with this clip, because this actual thing was like 3 hours, something like that.
Oh, okay.
But he kind of put this out, I think, after they were having their differences. I guess DeFango went back into it and was looking, and, you know, maybe he said, you know, this guy was full of shit the whole time, or you know, who knows?
Oh, she unmuted. Little Red.
I'm trying.
What's it? Oh, yeah. What?
I'm trying to unmute you. I'm trying to unmute you, but it won't let me.
You unmute who?
You.
Well, we can hear him. Oh, you're talking about the video itself?
Yeah, I tried to unmute it because
It was muted?
I muted it, but I can't unmute it. It won't let me.
I could just start
I can't unmute your presentation.
Okay, I'll just stop presenting and represent it. That's all. Did you want to say something? What's that?
I don't know if you guys you know, some of this stuff is kind of nuanced. Like, I don't know how. Oh, actually, I think maybe from that playlist, or just trying to look through the, you know, the history between them, or what was going on.
Sure.
How I came across that video, and then other things, because it just makes you, like, even the video with Steve that happened, I didn't know anything really about this situation until later on. So I kind of like was listening to all this stuff, because sometimes I listen to it while I'm at work. You know, listen to different things on YouTube or whatever. But sometimes I listen to things a couple of times just to, like, soak it all in, or, you know, get some of the things that you might have missed or something like that. And sometimes I'm just amazed, like, how certain things went by people at a certain time, because they say hindsight is 20/20. In the moment, it's hard to catch things, but when you look back on it, you see everything real clear, you know. And to me, I know if Steve watches that video that he had with him when he's confronting Unirock about what he did, he probably is slapping himself, you know, or not slapping himself, but he's happy that he was able to see what he needed to see as early as he was able to see it, because who knows what would have been the outcome of what was going on. And I think I understand the whole KJP part. If I'm not wrong, I know most people understand it, but it seemed to me that she took Kyle's side when they split. I know she got her start on their channel or whatever.
Yeah, she got her start from him. Yeah. And then they got into when Steve split, and Kyle split, then she jumped on his
Kyle's side. And then in the midst of that, and I guess in her fashion, in the fashion of that side, those people seem to use is she went to the accusing him of something.
Exactly.
In order to I don't know if the right word is to deflect or to, like, further pile on him with Kyle or something, or use that to help Kyle. But that is very, very dirty, and it's very serious. And I think that's why people don't understand, like, why maybe they act like they don't understand. But as a man, you don't want to go through that and be accused of that on the internet, and then you have to fight your way back out of it. You know, he confronted it head on, and she didn't like that. She apologized. I think she apologized out the side of her mouth, but
she never apologizes, though. She'll apologize without apologizing, man.
I'm sorry that you may feel bad about something.
Oh, yeah.
That is
I'm sorry, but if you do
felt that
this
way
for
about
me.
it.
So basically what she's saying is, I'm sorry that you're weak.
Right. Like, she did that to me.
I'm sorry, like, without saying, you know, I lied about that, or I misrepresented it, or something.
Or even just, I made a damn mistake.
Straight up.
But I said something that was completely out of pocket on a Facebook group, and I got called out on it. I wrote it when I was drunk, and I literally went on a video, apologized. On top of that, I did a tweet and pinned it to my Twitter account and apologized. It was an authentic apology that basically said, "Look, you took it wrong. This is what I meant." and I'm sorry that you felt attacked. I'm sorry that you felt unsafe in your own home. There was no, but you're the reason, but you're that. You can apologize, man, and she just chooses, because if she apologizes, she's going to lose
The
subs.
difference
She's
was
going to
you
lose
said,
people.
"I'm sorry if something I did made you feel this way," and she says, "I'm sorry if you decided to feel this way."
Exactly.
You acknowledge
Exactly.
her feelings. You acknowledge how she felt. You didn't dismiss them because you can't tell a person how they really feel.
Hey,
I'm trying
it's just chat.
I'm trying to get my beautiful wife to say hello to you guys.
Oh, hey, it's just a
What's
chat.
her
You need to
name?
take the
I want
phone
to
out of your
speak to
mouth.
her.
You got the phone in your mouth.
She want to speak to you.
Ah,
Come speak to Lil Red.
no, it's all good. I'm just teasing you.
Lil Red, y'all.
What's her name?
Yeah, you
You can call her Nikki.
Hey.
Say hi. Just want to say hi.
Hey, Nikki, how's it going?
Come on, Nikki.
Oh, wait,
Say
hold on.
hi.
Hold on. I gotta give her the headphone. Hold on.
All right.
Hey, Nikki.
Hi, hello.
Hey.
Hey, girl. Hey.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
Your husband's got a lot of insight about the topics we're speaking on.
What'd you say, Red?
I said I told her husband has a lot of insight on the topics we're speaking about.
Oh yeah, she thinks I'm going nuts when I I try to explain. It's hard to explain to somebody that has not been.
It's hard to understand for someone who
has
isn't.
not been like watching it for a while. Or I try to tell her, oh, look at this. This guy stole this channel from this guy, and she's looking at me like,
her eyes are rolling.
Look,
my wife's the same way, bro.
I went through 2 men trying to explain this shit. They don't understand.
Dude, my wife looks at me like, you know what she tells me after I try to explain to her? She goes, "You're stupid." Like, what? She goes, "You need to get a damn life." I'm like, "I got a life, man." She's like, "No."
I showed her one time. I said, "That's Steve and that's Kyle, and he took the show," and she was just like, "Okay."
I'm gonna go watch Big Brother. That's what she said.
She was like, "I'm out." She went to go do her thing.
I understand. I understand that.
But like I said, I'm not. To me, it's just I somehow found my way here, and then you know, I always try to go back sometimes and look and say to yourself, how did I find this channel or these people or this person? And everything is there, especially nowadays. They got timelines. You got your history in YouTube. You can figure out exactly how you got to each person in each video.
Yeah.
But
I got to this community because of BX.
Okay.
You know, BX was I used to watch BX, and then he did that whole video and he got attacked. And I'm being from New York, we're reactionary. It was like a day, 2, 3 days later, and he didn't say anything. So I got pissed and I dropped a video on KJ and the whole situation. And then I got sucked into it from right there.
Yeah. I mean, I think he handled it as well as a man can handle that type of situation where you kind of just have, let people say what they got to say. And then, you just show the receipts, as the young people say these days. And, and then they will be able to, prove your way. But when you're playing against somebody who just tries to threaten you, like, I'll sue you and all this other type of stuff where, and I watched that. Everybody. Yeah, I recently watched that video. I think Little Red was mentioning that kid, Augie. And it tells a lot the way this guy gets no respect from the young people. Young people are not stupid. They could tell you something. You see, when he mentioned his name, he's like, "So what?" He's like laughing. He's laughing.
Oh, that was awesome. That's my favorite. Yeah. I'm gonna put that as my intro.
Yeah, I don't know that kid, but I don't only watch him or know him about it because I heard about the video where Little Red was talking about. But he, during the video, Unirock is talking. He like cuts it off. He's like, "Oh, shut up, Unirock!" Like. Yeah. The game and Fluffy Butt said it too. Like that's why somebody mentioned it here too, where you see him gaming by himself, or he's with Navy. Like he doesn't do like streams where he plays with people or people could come in, and then he'll blame it on, oh well, I don't want the trolls and this and that. But you see, like the Fango, for example, when he does some of his shows, he'll invite people to come in to his Discord to talk or introduce yourself or this and that. Red, or like Little Red is doing right now. And there's a reason why. Because we don't have to, you're not bullshit, you're not BSing to where it's like a secret society where we won't let you in, or you can't be here because you might blow the you might blow the charade. There is no charade going on over here. It don't seem like. It's just real people talking about some stuff, and that's about it. They could be doing the same thing, and that's the point I wanted to make before. If Unirock had just played it straight, did the story with Steve, I don't think his outlook or his looking into the future. I think of a different word, but he doesn't. His insight is not too long. If you get what I'm saying the wrong words, but he can't see into the future too
No, you're
far.
not. You're not saying the
You
wrong.
understand? He could have just played it good with Steve and then been a part of that community with Steve.
Someone said in the chat,
but
give me a second to find
that's
it.
too easy. That's no drama.
Oh yeah, no drama for your mama.
Yeah, people thrive off of that, and but remember, his platform is it's not like my platform where I report the drama. He needs to be in the drama.
Yeah, but BJ, I hear what you're saying, but
KJ,
he gave Kyle life. He gave Kyle some life.
Kel said, my fiance understands now because I explained it to him the other day, and now he listens most nights in the background. He thinks Unirock is nuts, and KJ lost her mind years ago. I concur.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I mean, if you look at that thing with the shit pile, there's some guy from England or Ireland on there. He's talking about Unirock. He's like, Unirock, if he was in a pub around us, he wouldn't last too long. The talking the way he talks, and that's how it is. Like, that's why he has to be in the bubble. He could at any time. You invited him many times to come in and talk with you.
Yeah.
There's a reason why he can't, or he won't, and not because I won't say he's scared, but he knows the outcome. That if he's bullshit, he's bullshit. He's not going to be able to bullshit here too long, and that's why he won't. He won't do the real debate with Steve. Or Steve, I guess Steve won't waste his time. Reds or chess. Yeah. Which he shouldn't. I guess he shouldn't. But like when you guys first started, and Todd would say something like, we'll take the time out we could do it, whatever, and not to put yourselves on a lower level than Steve, like Steve was above it, but he came on a couple of times, but you could let this stuff go for a certain amount of time, but you see the result that it got him. Like, Kyle only has a lifeline really through, maybe I guess he could do it through Katie, but through Unirock. You understand?
Yeah.
Unirock, right. I know he wants the drama, but he could have been respect. You could have been respected. That's a little bit more valuable. Like, he could have He could have used that down the line, because the people, I don't know who they are exactly, but the people who watch Non Sequitur show seem to be people who are educated or well off. Like Steve seemed to have a good demographic because the show was making, decent money. We had all type of different people wanting to help chip in, make the show better, want to hear him more, whatever the case was, for whatever reason that they were trying to help out. And he could have had some of those same people giving him the respect and wanting to tune in to him and maybe showing him some of the same type of love. But he went for the short sale with, I don't know.
That's what I say. He takes the easy route. He's taking the easy route.
I don't know how much this girl could be hitting him off with to do that, but to embarrass
yourself,
him all the time. Yeah, to embarrass yourself like that, like to lose your own people. Now, mind you guys have your opinion over here, but his own little discord or his own little fiefdom over there
he lost his mods. He all those mods.
And you guys, I noticed that you guys, you invited some of the people in here, but nobody really exploited that more. As you guys didn't exploit it as much as you could. You understand? Right. That's a bad thing. It is what it is. You guys are respectful, whatever the case is, but that shows something. When your own people in your own house are flipping on you, it shows something. When you have outside people who are not really happy with you either, it shows a lot that your little setup is kind of crumbling around itself. And then his last ditch move, which is to turn on this woman, is not working out as smoothly as he wants it to work out. And she's quick on the draw. She jumps right into a show, You know, because if I don't know if you guys seen it, but somewhere she put a comment. I don't know where I seen it. I might have heard it listening to y'all. She asked him, you know, why you doing a show about people criticizing me? You know what I'm saying? Then he had to switch it up to where he's criticizing the criticizers. But even that show, you guys promoted another young lady who made a video about that, about how him and Kyle made that show talking about these ladies.
Oh, those two, yeah, Brit Glow and Eyeshadow Island.
Yeah. And he was kind of jumping, you know, like wouldn't like hear the whole thing out. He just pray for a little while, pause it, start criticizing the girl, say a bunch of nonsense, and then keep going, and then barrel his way through it. But it was nonsense. You could tell from the way the show went that it was nonsense. It was just something to placate Katie Joy, to throw her off his scent of what he was really planning to do. I think he was planning to really go at her a little bit, and then I think in Uni's mind, he probably thinks, maybe with Kyle too, you know, these people got nowhere else to go. You understand?
Yeah.
Like when she mentioned her friends, like when Augie was laughing when she said, "Oh, my only friend, I got plenty of friends on YouTube, Unirock," and then they started laughing hysterically.
Yeah. We play that video quite often here.
Yes.
Yeah, you guys should start off your show with that or something. Like, you know?
I have it pinned to the top of my what do you call it? The top of my Twitter feed.
I didn't know that. I need to go find that because I've been looking for that little clip.
Yeah, you guys should put some effects on the voice, echo his voice or something when he laughs.
I can send it to you because I have it. What I did is I downloaded the Augie's whole episode, and then I clipped out just that bit of it.
Well, has he ever been in this show, Augie, Little Red? I mean,
no. I don't think he knows who. I don't think he knows who we are.
I've tried to get his attention.
He should show you some love because you mentioned him a lot. You gave him some compliments or whatever.
Oh shit!
Yeah, he seems like a cool person, whatever. But
him and I don't know if you know who like Bo Blacks is and.
No, but I know I've heard a little bit about that. I don't know if he's in the same community that I guess they call it blood sport. Where I don't know why they call it blood sport, but I guess they talk to each other harshly, or they don't.
Yes, very harshly, like they're enemies.
And they had a dude on there, Mr. Medical, all these people. Like you notice that Yudi is not in those.
No, he couldn't survive.
Yeah, even though he's kind of in that arena, but yes, exactly. They would tear him up. So I think
would eat him alive, dude.
Yes, I think he kind of knows his. I don't even know if he knows because he's always switching. Like, he seems to go from community to community, just wreaking havoc. He jumps out or whatever.
Yeah, what he does is he wears out his welcome no matter where he goes.
Right.
And his social skills altogether, like when you see a conversation he's having, and that's why I think if he was in the military, he might have been in some kind of military intelligence or psyops because the things he does. It's like
dude, I really think he was like an A-frame mechanic or something like that. Something just like pumping order.
He was the cook. He was the cook.
Yeah.
All that interrupting people like when in the middle of their thing and saying, "Oh God," like that's stuff that people do to.
It's very strategic.
Yes, it's things that people do to throw off the conversation because you end up getting so frustrated when you tell the person F off instead of getting your point across because you get so frustrated. If you keep trying to talk to me and I keep cutting you off, jumping in, switching the subject. Then I say, "Oh, why you in the middle of talking? Oh, my internet dropped out, or I'll be right back. Hold on, I can't hear you."
But see, that's one thing about him is he's a studied individual with those type of tactics. He's talked about it.
It seems to be. I don't want to give. Oh, he's talked about it.
Yeah, he's talked about it on his show. Okay. So he. I've said this before. He knows how to develop a conversation. He knows how to lead the conversation, and he knows how to deflect in the conversation. And those are things that come with time and practice.
Yes.
And he's learned that with his show, as well as his storytelling ability, which has also been developed through his YouTube career. So if you notice,
he's using his powers for evil, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. So if you notice in the very, very beginning, if you go back to his very first videos, you could tell his speech just wasn't where it's at now. His level of self-awareness, self-consciousness wasn't there the way it is now.
Yeah. And I mean, I feel kind of bad. Yeah, I feel kind of bad, like while I'm talking about it, because I don't know the dude personally. I'm not really into his content, except for when he was into it, kind of with the Fango, and then this thing that went on with what's going on with Steve. I'm just kind of amazed that he's able to wiggle himself into the position that he is, from reporting on it to being the sidekick of one of the culprit in the story. And just not to switch the subject, but Lil Red, you got a American band dog or a pit bull?
She's got a boxer, I think, right?
Like a mutt, some kind of mutt, right?
Oh. I think
it's a mix.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it looks like a boxer from the pictures, but yeah, and here's the thing, and I've said it before, and I'm not scared to say it.
I want a puppy.
Oh yeah, no, I'm looking for a French. I want to get a Frenchie.
I need something big, man.
I've had big dogs, and they're just overbearing, man. So now I want something small where I could just get out of here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, it's all good. So what I was saying was that I've said it before, and I'm not scared about saying it now. Even after him saying all the crap he said about me, I like his story channel where he tells his mysteries. If you listen to it, it's great story development. But he uses that same tactic on a daily basis.
I mean, I hear what you're saying, but when I was listening, before I was able to call in and talk to y'all, that was irking me when you were saying that about him the first time, right? And everybody has different tastes or whatever like that. I look at some of his things, right?
Exactly.
And they seem to be okay. You might like them or something, but it seems to be, I guess, a hot topics type of thing. Like, it's not like it seems like he's always getting his stuff from somewhere else.
No, he has another channel though, a completely different, out of the way channel where he talks about murder and mystery and things like that. I don't know where he gets the stories from.
He had a story. If you're talking about the story, he did something called Restrained, right? He's talking about some young lady that was being tracked down by some internet guy or something like that. Stories like that. I don't know if this is if that's on the Unirock 2 or is Rock or whatever, but I think he did that to get at Steve. He did something called Restrained while that.
See, I didn't know that
thing was going on. Yeah, but I put a message in this chat where I said, it's kind of crazy that you would use this girl's story. I think the woman was harmed in the story by some crazy guy that was following her around or something like that. But to use his story to get at Steve talking about this whole RO thing with Katie, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of
course he didn't send no response. Only one time he responded to me on his show where he said, you're a troll. Of course, because I disagree with him about something, so he said you're a troll. And I sent him back a message, don't call me a troll. And he didn't say nothing after that, but and I didn't get kicked. I don't say anything crazy to get myself kicked because I already know if I see him having a live show on that has something to do with non-sequitur or something like that, then I might jump in to see what's going on or see what lies he has to say. And everybody calls it, I guess, hate watching. But I'm kind of, like you said, he has a talent, and I'm kind of amazed by it. That's what I was going to say before. Yeah, intrigued, but kind of waiting I'm also kind of waiting for the bottom to drop out.
So am I.
I try to say before, I don't have nothing against him or whatever. I wish him the best, and I hope that he could do something with that talent. You know what I'm saying? He had a chance when he was riding with DeFango. He had a chance when he was dealing with Steve, but he took the wrong road. In my opinion, I don't really know, but I think him and DeFango went separate ways because DeFango kind of embarrassed him because I think he was talking about stuff that he didn't know about, and he's talking to the person who kind of is holding a lot of the keys to the things that he was trying to figure out, and he's putting false information out there. DeFango's trying to warn him, but he wasn't listening. It sounds familiar.
Yeah, of course.
Something that he does, but whatever the case is, maybe somehow on this platform he'll be able to find his way and do something. But this ain't it, and sometimes people gotta let you know that the road you're going down, there's nothing good behind it. And then the things that he does, I could just ignore it and say, oh, this is a million beats that go on in hip hop and other things. There's a lot of, that's another thing. If you look at it, there's different channels all around YouTube that are doing the same type of thing with each other. They're feuding, they're going back and forth, and they're doing that
It's
on
crazy.
every type of category you could think of, every type of topic you could think of. From like you see the T channels confronting each other and arguing, and sports channels and all this other calling each other on facts that they got wrong. And everybody's doing something for conflict because that seems to bring people in. But I think that just is short lived because
drama sells, man.
Yeah, I guess.
Hey,
That's why that's
I'm
why
here.
I separated my two channels. That's why my EBJJ Comic Nut is going back to its original roots and the drama for your mama. If it makes it, it makes it. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But on my EBJJ Comic Nut, I used to do, I don't know if you've seen like the old videos, but they were like comic book reviews, vintage toy reviews, pricing, just how to price it, how to purchase it, where to purchase it, and like kind of like let me spend my money before you spend your money on this review on this particular collectible, blah blah blah. And I was doing really well with that. You know, I was going slow, but I was gaining. It was a good niche.
Yeah, you chose a path, man. I mean,
Yeah.
Little Red, did you want to say something? I'm sorry.
Oh yeah,
Say me back.
no, I don't. I just had to dip out, but I couldn't. I didn't want to interrupt the conversation because I felt like I could get there and back real quick. My mama messaged me and said I can't get up with my neighbor. My neighbor is my mom's best friend since I was like 15 years old, and he is family, and he rents the property beside me. And she hasn't been able to get up with him tonight, and usually they talk. So I just went up there and made sure he was okay. I just went up there, and she says phone's ringing, but he's not answering. But he was asleep. I just went up there and woke his old ass up. So it's okay. He's okay.
Sometimes some of the things that you say, I could almost imagine what you're talking about. I never seen a picture of your mom, but I'm guessing she's a good country mom.
She's 74 years old, and she's old school, and she's sad. Like her best friend, my whole life, got put into a nursing home Monday morning.
Oh, that's it.
And she called mama and said, "Can I come live with you?" And my mama called me crying, like she won't. She can't because the woman's got dementia.
Oh,
Yeah, well,
that's
it's
rough.
It's
So-
weird the people that could come together.
If she could save her from the nursing home, she would, because they're like Bonnie and Clyde.
Besties.
Yeah,
besties.
but she can't. Like she falls every day. She has accidents. It's sad. And my mama is my very best. My mama's my best friend. So she just texted me and said, "Can you go check on Jerry? I haven't been able to get up with him all day." So I had to run up there and check on Jerry because that's what my mama told me to do. And that's what you
gotta
do.
what your mom says. Yep, that's
You do what your mama says. I don't care if you're 43 years old.
Yeah, he should maybe get a home health aide or a nurse or something.
Well, my neighbor Jerry's way younger than my mom. He's like maybe early 60s or late 50s, but he just didn't answer his phone, and she's a little bit
Concerned.
No, I'll say worse than that. Maybe she's a little bit answer my damn phone calls.
Oh, okay.
Like, I mean, she loves him and she was concerned. She's used to him answering phone calls, but she's a little bit overprotective, maybe.
Yeah.
But because she told me to go check on him, I hopped in my Mustang and I went up there and checked on him.
That was pretty quick.
And
Your little red Mustang.
I mean, he lives 50 yards from me. I could have ran, but then I wouldn't be able to breathe for the next 10 minutes.
Hey guys, I have to step out. I got to give my wife some attention. She's looking at me with the funky eye. So I got to do the husband thing.
Hey,
guys, I appreciate you having me as always. And
nice to meet you, man.
yeah, it was definitely a pleasure meeting you, man. Another dude from New York, man. That's awesome, man. I miss the old stomping grounds. One day I'll be back up there.
All right. Have a good night, man.
You too, man. You guys have a good night. Later.
Night.
Peace.
And also, when I hear you, Little Red, I think about, I don't know if you guys are up on a channel called Jerry Skinner, or Jerry Skinner documentaries.
No.
He talks about a lot of the history of the South and the way he talks and everything.
Oh, yeah. I think I know what you're talking about, actually.
He's a very interesting guy. Like, and he tells a whole bunch of different stories about different things going down in the South. and different movie stars that came from the South and their roots. You know, a lot of early Hollywood people, but
I've never.
He's not. Is he that? Is he like that? He talks like really kind of
yeah,
slow.
yeah.
Oh yeah, I watch a ton. I binge watch him because I'll just watch it
I've
because
never heard of him.
Yeah,
he's really
Jerry.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah, just Jerry Skinner. That's all. It very tells a lot of story. It gives you a lot of insight on things that are going down there. A lot of history, and you know, maybe some of your favorite people used to be on TV and acting and stuff like that.
You got Loretta Lynn.
Mother Funk's here. What's up, girl? Mother Funk's in the house. Some people showed
But
up.
anyway, I think it's good the way you that you accept other people from like his mods and people that are basically put themselves opposite from you, and you let them come in and talk and get it stuff off their
That's
chest.
the only way you'll ever get someone to see the other side.
Yeah.
Let them come see the other side.
Oh yeah, turning people to the light. That's what you was calling it. That's amazing to me.
I've lost friends over it. I have lost friends over it, but how can
I love. I love this guy.
How can you say I want this channel to be this way, and I want people to be able to come here and talk, even if they don't like me? I want them to be able to come here.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's smart because it gives it's a different take than how anybody else is doing it. Most people is shutting the other side out, just talking crap about them and wait for a response video like your boy likes to do. But I just want to try to reiterate again. I don't got nothing personal against this guy. This is just stuff that I've been observing, and it's weird, I saw your show pop up, and it felt good to watch it, and the way that y'all were addressing some of the issues. So I said, let me send them some stuff that they could feel. Because some nights it seems like you guys are, like throwing stuff around, throwing ideas around. You're working through.
Yeah, it's a little. Sometimes it's a shit show. We don't know.
I would like to apologize.
I didn't want to say that, but yeah.
I would like to apologize that it took me so long to actually.
No. I was surprised. Like when I saw you today say Farad needs to get in here, I was like, oh man, let me send a message. I wasn't prepared. Like when you said, oh, I'm not ready to really deal with that right now. I said, okay, cool. When she's ready, she's ready. But it's just it's a lot of stuff I sent you. I understand, and I sent it to Joey too.
Send me a DM. I think I know who you are, but I'm not exactly sure. Because I'm not going to say what your Twitter is.
Yeah.
Just send me a DM, so I'm sure. I'm almost positive I know which one it is, but
yeah, that's my gaming name. That's my gaming name. It's your mom's. That's my gaming name.
Okay, that one. Okay, all right.
Yeah, that's why. Because I talk on this. I watch stuff on my phone as the same, my YouTube account or whatever. And then I have my other stuff on this. So I just go on different things. Whatever my phone logs into at that time, I just use it. But that's what I use for I was going to maybe try to start a gaming channel, this and that, but I never really had the time to do none of that stuff. I like watching YouTube, but being somebody on YouTube, which, like I said, in the beginning, I wanted to do it because I thought it was like a free and open space to talk about everything, but it's not. You got a lot of different people that kind of control what goes on and what can be said on YouTube for whatever reason, for control reasons, for whatever reason. They think it's not good for them monetarily. They use that as an excuse, but Google, YouTube make money hand over fist. They're not worried about nobody advertising with them really. You understand? It's just that they don't want certain things to be spoke about for whatever reason that they come up with. So I'm glad they try to invest into making a channel. I'm thinking I can live off of it, making some kind of, because YouTube really went a different way when it got the monetization and the money and stuff like that.
Right.
People kind of have to stick to these rules because they want to get a paycheck. Everybody seems to want the dream of being able to work from home, do what they want to do, be free. That's why people do whatever they do in life, because you want financial freedom or freedom in life. And I think YouTube shows some people a gateway to that, especially when they show creators that are making millions of dollars and buying homes, and then people get motivated by it to where they could do it for a job. And that's all good if you have something that you could play that you think is gonna last forever, or something that can get you enough money in the bank where you don't have to worry about going to work or whatever like that. But you know, I know Reg, you go to work. That's why it's not like no big surprise if you have a stream and you fall asleep. I don't know many people that'll be able to work all day, then get on and talk to people all night, and you know, not get tired. So, you know, that is what it is. But
Yeah, and then he says stuff like that, you know, because she
I was
fell
on
asleep
heroin.
after work. Yeah, that's, you know what I mean.
yeah, but
Xanax
Like,
that's just silly, and it's kind of derogatory. It's the jungle.
Sorry about that. Yeah, something.
Joey, what the fuck?
It's just something to get at you because you hurt their feelings. You know, your show, you know, and Steve even said it, Steve McCrae, that you kind of put a hurting on him. You know what I'm saying? That's why no matter what's going on, his thing is his mods also had an outlet to come talk. You know, they could come over here and say what they wanted to say about him, because some of these people seem to just want to have an outlet or be a part of something, and they found their way over there. But like his little homeboy that he has on there, Navy, all these people, I think he knows what's going on. There's no way possible.
M2S, yeah.
Yeah, there's no way possible. And the other guy, Globus Schillis, you know, a couple of times I got into it with him when I tried to comment. Like when in the beginning, I actually thought, oh, I could just send Unirock a comment, you know, but it's not like that. It's not like you can say, oh, you didn't see this or this. No, it's not like that. He sees everything. He's doing what he wants to do, and he shuts you down. And there's some people that say stuff to him, you know, opposing what he says in his chat. He says, "Oh, okay, well, send me the clip. You have send me the clip now before I kick you out. But you sound like a troll. You know, if you possibly believe that, you must be a troll. Did you watch my video on it? You know, he calls out these creators. He's like, all these creators that's sticking by Steve, you know, you can tell the dishonesty because all the evidence is in my video. Get the hell out of here.
When he finally booted me,
video, and that's why they didn't hit you up and want to talk to you about nothing, because they know you're full of crap.
Yeah, when he finally kicked me off of Rock a Lot, I was talking to some people in the chat, and he kind of saw me in there, and it was about Kyle, and he's like, you know, so he addressed me like, Joey D, so, you know, tell me why, you think that Kyle doesn't own, you know, why you don't agree with Kyle. And I was like, the Death in a Non Sequitur show. And he's like, that's it. You're gone. And he kicked me out.
Yeah, like, but even beyond that, if you guys, go ahead, I'm sorry, bro.
No, I was laughing. I wasn't talking.
But even besides that, there's another video that was out by that dude Nick Suda in time. And he did and I don't know him and Steve's relationship at the moment, but he did a interview.
It's bad now. Yeah, it's bad. Yeah, it's bad.
But I don't know. I don't see. This is the thing. Maybe if Steve said that or whatever. But in the beginning, I thought that they were playing like not friends, to kind of have Kyle open up a little bit, because that interview that Kyle did with Nick Suda, he said a lot. It kind of like summed up the whole thing, the whole case. Like he tried to wiggle out of stuff and this and that, but he kind of admitted to a whole bunch of things in that video. And
but Nick kind of let him off the line. You know, he let him get away with a lot of stuff.
I think sometimes you gotta like talk. You gotta let people. You gotta get people comfortable to let them say what they feel that they can't say if they were under fire.
Right,
you know? Because he kind of like, you know, he let him say what he had to say. He said he gave him the questions before, you know, he still went on or whatever. So I guess he didn't see the questions as too threatening, but everything was kind of broken down really well in that, you know. And like I said, I don't know him and this guy's relationship now, Steve and Nick's relationship, but no, this seems real cut and dry. You know, the thing with Katie Joy jumping in it and all the other stuff, and them their two relationship, you know, it shows a lot of the hypocrisy between the whole group. And that's what I think a lot of the hate comes from other people, because people are watching it. Sometimes they get frustrated. And they're like, man, this person is like insulting my intelligence or whatever the case is. There's some of these people have ride or dies who they give a little bit of power to. They give a moderation. Oh, by the way, I don't know if you guys ever seen the video of Steve was talking to somebody, and Unirock had a a motor wrench on Steve's channel at
Oh,
that
and
time.
he started like, I was in there. I was there.
Oh, man, that like to me, that's like one of the most disrespectful things I could think
you know
of. Like,
what's
how
funny
do
though?
that?
You know what's funny? It happened to Muni Rock right after that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I remember
Someone
that.
did it
Yeah.
to him, and he deserved it. Yep.
I didn't know that. I would have loved to watch that, but that's kind of like
and
crazy.
And he acted like, how dare ye? How dare you do that to me when I just did it to Steve? Yes.
I think, yes, I think I might have seen that. And somebody said, oh, you did the same thing or something like that.
Yeah.
And he tried to explain away what he did to Steve. He said, oh, I was ejecting somebody that was talking bad about
It was a joke. He was just
somebody
joking.
talking bad about him. And then he said, if I really want, they said I was just ejecting people. He said, but my finger moves such and such a seconds fast. If I wanted to do it, I could have.
Yeah, he could have done something.
Like sometimes when he talks, I'm like, oh.
It was just joking when he did it, Steve. It was just a joke. But when it happened to him, it was serious. But when he did it, Steve, it was just a joke.
Yeah, that's another point I wanted to mention. Like some of these things that they say on the internet about his treatment towards women and stuff like that. Like they don't take into account that this dude, that Steve, has a daughter. Like this stuff will go to be on the internet forever. Yeah, and he uses his name, so his daughter's friends could see that, or they might tune in, or his daughter might tune in. And you got somebody saying that my father's a sexual this or harasser or this or that. Like this stuff lasts forever. These people don't think or have no respect. I mean, I guess the answer is no, but I'm asking a stupid question. Like I'm not trying to make the world seem like it's utopia or everybody's so nice to each other, but certain things is like across the line, like even like
off limits.
Certain people don't do to each other. Gangsters don't try to mess with each other's families sometimes.
Well,
why would you say stuff like that?
Twitter,
especially if you know. Like I think that he knows that certain things didn't take place, and he kind of and because in the beginning it was all he was on Team Steve, and then he went to the other team so blatantly, and it's like. Everybody can
That's
see
what I was
that.
telling you, that he used to say all that really vile stuff about Nate and Dreg. Was he used to say that Nate made his children wear a Steve mask, and that's actually a heretic. I think it's heretic, the guy who does that. Like I've seen the video.
They treat him at arm's length. Like Drag just totally tells the truth. Like he disrespects him all the time, and Unirock is smart enough to keep kissing Drag's ass because he's riding the fence. He's riding the fence between these two communities. He knows better than to just say, "What you say about me, Drag? Who you talking to?" He knows better, not because he's scared of Drag, but because the outcome won't be good for him as far as insulting Nate, maybe whatever the case is. Because even with Nate, I know Nate doesn't feel like Unirock is my friend on my side. He called Nate all type of criminal name. I don't really know Nate either.
Yeah.
But as a person from New York, I guess Steve said it best. Like Nate is out for Nate. Nate is grinding to get himself whatever he wants because DeFango tried to confront Nate too. Nate threw up I know police in New York, and I used to work in the office, and this and that. Like, why are you putting that in the situation for another man trying to talk to you? And you're telling them about the police that you know and that you used to be a prosecutor because you're avoiding something. And nobody throws that around like blatantly. It's a threat, And a lot of authorities out here in New York, you guys might have seen the videos or whatever lately, but that's a common thing out here where people don't want to get entangled with the police, not because of fear, because of all the fallout that comes after that, all the going to different courts or paying different tickets, or once they get on you, it's hard to shoot them off, in New York. So you don't want to be entangled with them at all. But I just didn't respect that. DeFango invited him on, wanted to have a talk about his view on it, and it seems to be the way that Steve broke it down. The same thing with Drag is these people really, really seem to miss. Like they used to love Steve, they seem to miss interacting with him or his turning his back on them, and just like kind of like ignoring everything they do. But it's like man crushes all the way around. In my opinion, with that community because I can't really put my finger on like that thing with the GDC is crap. You know, I think Steve broke it down a couple of times of why him and Nate don't get along, but it's just the path that people take after they take a defeat is kind of shows
They
where
don't
they're going to
admit
go.
defeat. What are you talking about?
They just can't take it. That's the
They will
problem.
never admit a defeat. No.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like instead of just you're right. Instead of just admitting it, they go bananas. They go the opposite way.
So I just want to play this for 1 second. We'll let this go.
I'm so glad that Faraz here. I'm telling you, dude.
I'm glad to talk to you guys.
I found
Sometimes
my
I'll be
new favorite
bubbling on the inside when I'm watching. I'm like, man, they, you know.
Just wanted to laugh. A quick little laugh here.
are. And so, like, I am friends with Unirock.
Oh,
And
You're friends with Unirock? Oh, yeah, that explains a lot.
are. And so, like, I am friends with Unirock.
Okay.
And
You're friends with Unirock? Oh, yeah, that explains a lot.
Yeah, you see how these young kids feel about them.
We play this at least 3 or 4 times a week on my channel. Just when it's a bad day, this lifts our spirits.
Yeah, I mean, that's sad. I mean, it's kind of, I always picture things as everything I kind of approach. I picture it as being like a neighborhood.
Yeah.
If you're in a neighborhood and the little kids don't respect you, you probably have some issues. You know, because kids see everything, you know, because they kind of model themselves after different people that they
Because these
see.
kids are like 18 years old. They're babies. And they still know. Yeah.
Yeah, the whole thing is erupted. Everybody, because he makes fun of gamers sometimes. There's this big guy out there, a gamer, called Wings of Redemption. Unirock's always getting.
I'm not a gamer. I got my computer. When I get it hooked up, I might start gaming. Who knows?
And the guy doesn't really. Doesn't even know.
Then you will need a card. Then.
Okay. Well. Okay. It's okay.
Yeah, the guy doesn't really seem to know who Unirock is, but Unirock made videos about him, this and that. But and I think if they were to go head to head on any of those games, I think this guy would beat him. And I think this guy opens himself up more than Unirock does. And if Unirock opened himself up the way this guy opened himself up to the public, I think he would get worse ridicule. But he constantly, he mentions the guy all the time. He says, "Oh, you don't want to be like him on the internet and stuff like that." But it is what it is, man. But that was just my.
Yep. I want to show something because you mentioned it. I want to give this guy, if you guys ever want to see, just to talk a little bit. You ever want to see a good channel about just Hollywood history and TV history and stuff like that? This guy, he's really good.
Wait, I'm sorry. Did my producer just say if you ever want to watch a good channel, go here?
No, well, a good channel about Hollywood history. You don't really do, Hollywood history.
I was joking.
He does Hollywood and he does down south. He does neighborhoods in the south too, like people that are not on the street. Yeah, he does things about some of the sheriffs out there that had to put in some work or do whatever.
Oh, yes, right. I have seen Western
some of the
history.
Bootlegging,
Like that.
some of the bootlegging, some of the good old boy versus cop stuff.
So let me just play a little bit of it so you can hear his. I love his voice, the way he does it.
Hey Joey, before you start,
Yep.
I have to catch
You
up.
got to bounce?
So, Red, congratulations for today.
Thanks, bud.
Yeah, that was awesome.
I got my video back. What?
No, I'm excited. And I have to go to bed. I gotta get up at 5. And Free Red, I don't know. I don't really know a lot about this whole uni and all that. It's really just but I want to listen to, I don't know, I want to pick your brain about like some real shit.
We're about to, all the videos that Farhat has sent me that I was scared to get into. Now that I know him, we're about to get into it.
Well, it's just chat. It's just chat. That's fine. That's fine with me. Anytime. This is my first time coming on the Google Meet, so even really talking to anybody on YouTube or anything like that.
I've been
But
kind of
No,
leery. I've been
I
kind of leery and scared of anyone sending. I get so many DMs. I get hundreds now since
I
I
can
started my
understand that. I
channel.
can understand.
So it kind of scares me. And I knew you weren't bullshit, but I didn't think I understood what you're talking about.
But
Yeah, you gotta be safe. But
But I watched this stuff today, and I was like, "Oh, what?"
But it's
you might
just
not
chat.
understand.
Anytime you want to chat or talk, I'm available. Like I said, I um wanted to give you a compliment earlier. I didn't want to get in trouble.
Oh
But
God!
everybody
Don't
else,
do
everybody that came on here that comes on here seems to be beautiful people on the inside and out. So it's not no problem with me. I love to break stuff down sometimes, but I'll be talking about a lot of different things. Sometimes driving my
I
wife
figured.
crazy with politics and things like
What?
that. So, but I'm just
Yeah.
a regular person. I go to work. I work construction. Like I said, I've been home since the winter because I got injured, and so I just had time to just, do a bunch of different little things and listen to a lot of different things.
Are you gonna
So her
watch
name
this
is
next video with us?
Her name is Chastity, and she said that in the chat she says people want to follow you. So just in case you want to drop something, let us know. We can put it in the chat.
Well, I don't really
I
have
don't
no
know.
channel for nothing.
Okay.
My YouTube, I mean the Twitter that I communicate with you guys with, I just
Okay.
put that together just for this situation as far as
He
when I'm
did that
talking
just for
to.
me.
No, I'm sorry, not just for you, but just for the whole
Oh well, see, I felt special for a moment.
the whole thing in general. I mean, I didn't create it for that. Like I said, that's a Twitter for. I was gonna make a gaming channel. That's my gaming handle. That's what
And
I
you still
use.
should. You still should.
Yeah, I mean, I play enough that I should get all there, but
Heck
I'm
yeah.
not like a gamer. Like I'm gonna be doing a bunch of crazy stuff. It's just I just like to get I'm not how you say like
I don't really
a
know much
ninja or
about
somebody
gaming.
who's so really great at games. I like playing games, first person shooters, things like that, and just just when I have time to sit down and play.
Oh, yeah.
But but that's how I got the Twitter and stuff. I just never used it, so I just communicated with you on that because for the same reason that you gotta be safe, I wanted to be safe too, as far as
Absolutely.
my real name. Everybody got different names on here and use it for, and that's another thing that kind of scares me, but it just disgusting to me how sometimes you get into arguments with people about different subjects on the internet or YouTube, and then they feel it's okay, or they feel like they're so mad that they want to go call your job or find out who you are to do something. That's so weirdo stuff to me.
They're also going
And I've never been that mad at somebody to want to do something like that. Nobody, even people in real life who have maybe I got into fights with, who I want to call their job.
They're also going to screenshot all your private messages and share them with the world too, because that's what you do when you're mad at someone on Twitter. You share your private DMs.
Yeah,
Not
but I mean,
really, but
everybody seemed to be out.
Well, imagine like remember what like Keon did, which was he took over the Gumby Joy account and then talked to Steve like.
Yeah, and actually, like when y'all told me that, I'm like, man, that's I just don't have my life, like real life, just don't allow me to. I could do all that,
how
but
are
it don't
you
allow
so
me.
bored in real life that you can wait around for somebody's app to go away on Twitter? Just
Yeah, but people, you can tell. So some people say, "Oh, I don't really pay attention to this person," that, but every tweet they put out and everything they do, like you do pay attention, and you'd be surprised how many people are lurking all the time for different reasons on Facebook, on Twitter. They're looking at different people. They're looking at people of people, like to see who you know and who they know, and everybody kind of put their lives out there, which is kind of because when all these apps first came out, like. I'm not giving my age away, but like when Twitter came out, Facebook. If you notice Twitter, I don't know if you guys noticed, but Twitter had so many people talking about like on the news. Like it had a lot of free promotion for Twitter when it first came out. For what reason, I don't know, but they were setting it up for how they have it now. I see these things as like fish bowls to where they even YouTube a little bit where they have everybody going to these one or two or three couple of places, and then like they say, oh, it's a public square, but then it's kind of like because people should be more interconnected than they are the way the internet is, and they should be using it more to their advantage against the corporations that you want to go against, or even your local store. Like if your neighborhood had a one single place to where everybody talked about something like community board, and somebody some store or some company or some corporation in the town was doing something wrong, you guys could organize and do something through that one thing, that one hub or something like that. And it seems to be people are using it for everything but that, because of they want monetary gain, and they also want some kind of clout or fame, but it's like, it's a weird type of clout, it's a weird type of fame, because you still got to get off this thing and do something in your regular life. Like you got to if you're not doing no research or getting no big stories, nothing like that, you gotta have your regular life going on. Don't just try to be somebody on this and do whatever you got to do to be somebody on any of these platforms. Just do what you do, and if people like it, they will like it. They will come to you.
I think there's somebody for everybody, a group.
Yeah. But even
that's my phrase. Get in where you fit in.
Yeah.
Individually and with other people.
Yeah, I guess everybody finds their, they find their niche, they find their way or whatever. But it's just that some people, I guess they go to the wrong place, or like my point was like Katie Joy and Rock seem to be people who want to make their living off of this, and are like scrapping to get it that way. Like they don't want to do no work. Unirock was whatever. He said he injured in the line of battle, jumping out helicopters. I don't know what he said he was doing, but he
I don't know, but that car he keeps jumping in front of cannot get his job right to save his damn life.
Yeah, well, he seems to be, I'm out of, like I said, I'm on a workers thing right now, and I'm trying to, I'm hoping to go back as soon as I can, but it's not easy to be out of work. Even if you get a somewhat of a check, it's not what you make at work.
No, and I pray for you and for that situation to get better for you.
Yeah. I mean, I'm doing whatever, following my doctor's orders. That's it. But due to my type of work, I'm just making sure I go back 100%. Get everything done. But not that I want everybody to realize their dream, but it's just that you just gotta watch the way you go about it. And if you do choose to go about it a certain way, then just expect to have some people who are going to criticize your actions. And that's what I think. That's how I found myself doing with this guy, with Unirock, because like I said, I don't got no personal issue with him.
He's a whole ass joke.
But as a person, it wouldn't be somebody I could hang with, or talk to, or do anything like that. Steve seems to be the opposite, and you guys seem to be, cool yourselves.
So, Fred, can I ask?
He's a whole ass joke. You can't.
We've been on for we're going on 5.5 hours.
Yeah,
I think you would like to come on again, because we really like having you on.
Yeah, sure. I mean, anytime you guys want, you guys have my time.
I have your, you DM me, so what I can do is, I can DM you, say, hey, look,
you first. He was my friend first.
I guess what I do is, I want to have my, I'm going to have starting doing some stuff on my own channel, so maybe you could be on.
Did you just try to steal him from me right out from under my own?
First time, you could be on my first show. As we can talk about that.
He just tried to steal somebody from my channel, out of my channel to his channel, from my channel. He tried to steal him.
I wouldn't mind chopping it up with you, Joe. I mean, Little Red too. Anytime that you wanted to talk, but I just really had these, like those couple of things that I sent you. I just had those really, on my mind. The rest of the situation, I think you guys talked about, but I just wanted to give you all a different. I mean, if you're watching yourselves in your spare time, you'll see a different perspective. I was just trying to juxtapose or compare those two things so you guys see the similarities and see some patterns in this dude's actions and what he does. Then you'll be able to see above it, and if you could present that to the people, you might be able to bring some more people to the light, whoever needs it. Most people, like you saw the kids laughing, most people can see through this, but this is like a thorn in the side of the whole situation with Non-Sec and with the situation with KJ, because he kind of props her up too which I know you guys don't like, as far as the tea community. So, you know, everybody's kind of, you know, working together, and they got some kind of common people who are, you know, basically getting on their nerves and irking them. That's how I see it.
So I hate to, you know, because we're kind of like, we
Yeah,
just got
5 hours. I know you guys are trying to keep it to 3 hours.
No,
Yeah,
y'all
yeah.
finish that. I just
So
wanted to say, y'all can finish that. I just wanted to say good night, and then I wanted to say that to him because I don't know.
Yeah, I'll ask Joey or I'll ask Little Red how to link us together. And we
Yep.
can
Yeah, that's
definitely,
fine.
Yeah, I'll send you a couple of DMs and let you know what's going on.
Yeah, I got a Discord by the same name too, so you know.
Oh, okay, send me
Nice.
when send me if you don't mind, send me an invite to on Twitter. So
All right.
I'd like to join.
Little Red can.
All right.
I gotta
don't
go
know.
sleep,
I got a
y'all.
channel, so
I love
you can find
you.
me.
It's
All right.
Justin.
All right.
Good night.
Y'all
All right,
have a
good
good
night.
night. Thank you for coming for rap.
No problem. I appreciate it.
I'll
Thank you
hit
for
you up
having
on
me.
Twitter, boo.
All right.